Says jurors found 25-year-old Chandler Reed Cantrell guilty of rape, incest, and aggravated child molestation. The children told authorities Cantrell's assaults started when they were under 10 and lasted for years. One said they were in kindergarten when the molestation began. The Georgia chapter of the ACLU is demanding the Clayton County Jail address a host of issues they say are plaguing the facility.
Horrific is how ACLU of Georgia legal director Corey Isaacson describes conditions inside the Clayton County Jail. In a letter to Sheriff LaVon Allen, they describe problems with cleanliness and prisoners receiving inadequate medical care.
The problems that we're hearing just go on and really describe an environment in which no individual should ever be subject to.
Sheriff Allen tells WSB he takes all reports seriously, but says the ACLU's allegations are grossly exaggerated and untrue. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
The ACLU says it will consider legal action if the problems are not fixed. Till death do you part. Lovers who want to tie the knot on Halloween can do so free in Fulton County. The probate court is performing ceremonies until 4 this afternoon at the courthouse on Pryor Street. You must have a Fulton County marriage license and may bring up to 6 guests. It's 3:03. The Von Haessler Doctrine begins in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather is beginning. Alex Williams checking the drive in the WSB 24-hour traffic center.
Hey, Veronica, we see the early push. Everybody trying to get home for the trick-or-treaters, and it is packed through downtown. You're already looking at about a half hour out of Buckhead from Lennox Road down to I-20. Not any better northbound. 75-85 north jammed in from Highway 166, Langford Parkway heading up into Midtown. Still watching the slow traffic on the south side with this crash, blocking at least one lane. 75 northbound before Highway 2081 exit 218. You're slow back into Locust Grove and very jammed up by the Mall of Georgia. Don't even think about using Highway 20 Buford Drive northbound. You're hitting the brakes before Old Peachtree Road, all due to construction on that 985 bridge blocking 2 right lanes of Buford Drive westbound. So continue to avoid that area near the Mall of Georgia until further notice. Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
I'm Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitt. With sunshine, we'll top out in the low 60s today, quickly falling through the 50s. Chilly, despite being clear and dry for your Halloween trick-or-treating. Cold start to the day on Saturday. Frost advisory in effect will be in the mid-30s across most of metro Atlanta. From there, mostly sunny and 65. On Sunday, mostly cloudy, few isolated showers possible. High 63.
62 degrees in Lilburn, 62 in Lithia Springs, and 63 in Midtown Atlanta at 3:05. More news at 3:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
These people just make noise and basically waste our time.
Dear members of the media and the public, I welcome you.
Hour 1 of this week's Friday edition of the Von Haessler Doctrine begins right now. I'm your host, Eric Von Haessler. The Doctrinaires are all, well, Autumn will join us in a moment. Tim Andrews is here. Jared Yamamoto is here. George Clark is here. And here's the big day. The day that adults stole from children many years ago. Because what's been happening a lot, which is sometime around 25, 30, 35 years ago, children stopped wanting to become adults. You have your Arrested Development, and now the 42-year-old is like, hey, kid, get out of my way. This is my holiday.
It's my holiday now.
Get out of here.
No, it's great because...
Who gives a damn about kids and their happiness? Get out of here. We're getting drunk, kid.
You want to come into my haunted house?
There's no pressure with Halloween. That's what makes it nice. Compared to like with Thanksgiving and Christmas, obviously they're beautiful holidays and it's great to spend time with your family. But with Halloween, there's just less pressure. You're just partying. You're having fun. You put on a costume.
If you don't have a family, there's less pressure. If you have a family, there's tons of it.
Well, I think I can say that Jared's right about one thing. Well, the difference is that there's no feast. You know, there's pressure because, you know, everybody doesn't come back into town and get together again as a family over Halloween.
Right.
So you get that pressure with Thanksgiving and Christmas, which is not everybody ends up being in love with everybody in the wider family, and you got to put up with them for a couple of days.
But if you're driving home from work at 5 o'clock on a Friday, you're going to find out that there's a lot of pressure because the traffic sucks. Everybody's trying to get home.
Well, the traffic's terrible. Also, I love my neighborhood. I've lived there forever. But it's not the brightest neighborhood, you know. So Halloween comes. No, I don't. Very, very smart people in my neighborhood, of course. But we have lights, but they're not. You know, it's not like well lit. And so I'm always a little paranoid when I, because it's usually when I drive home and drive in my neighborhood, there's nobody on the roads, But that night, people are in costumes, and it's not like everybody has reflectors on. So I drive through my neighborhood at 4 miles per hour. Because, you never know what a kid's going to do. Kids can just dart out from anywhere at any time.
So you live near SCAD?
Yes. So I might just wait because it's pretty much over by 9 o'clock in my neighborhood.
For the younger kids, yes.
Well, yeah, I don't. If adults come to my door at 9:30, it's you could be a threat. Get the hell out of here.
Trick or treat.
You're 17 years old knocking on my door at 9:30. I'm just going to treat that like this is any other night. Why is a strange 17-year-old knocking on my door? Thank you, Ring. We'll just not answer that door. But my wife will be there to hand out all the candy and everything. I don't like that. I don't like the fact that I wish that we would keep. It's nothing. Obviously, that's why we don't change the time until after Halloween. But it doesn't do much good. Not here. It doesn't do much good. It's really, really dark when you're driving home. And there's kids all over the place. So I might just hang out in the office, eat, and then go, okay, it's 8:45. I'll drive home. No, not to worry about. Plus, what I've said over and over again is I know that I do not do things in my life that will ever eventually land me in prison. I know this for a fact. And I can't go to prison.
You think handing out some candy to some kids is going to get you in trouble?
No, not at all. But here's the thing. I've said this before. I cannot go to the bathroom in front of other people. And if I ever go to prison, not only do I have to do that, but I got to smell the stink of my cellmate once or twice a day. This is a life that I cannot have. And I know for a fact that I do nothing in my life that would ever land me in prison. What's the only thing that can land me in prison? Somehow I end up hurting somebody. I have to be, in order to make sure that I never have to go to the bathroom in front of others or smell a cellmate going to the bathroom, then I have to be the best, most efficient driver I can be, because that's the only possibility. Some sort of recklessness, harming others.
Vehicular homicide.
Yes, something like that. So in the name of never having to go to the bathroom in front of others, I am one of the best drivers in this city. I'm not saying it's the right reasons. It's very self-centered. I could have come here and said, I care so much about the kids. I want to make... No. What I care about is I've made it to 61 without having to go to the bathroom in front of others. And I want to make the rest of the ride. I want to get the rest of the trip. I cannot go to prison. Everything else about prison, I think I could handle. Strangely enough, I think that I can handle people. I could use my wit. I feel like, of course, you could beat the hell out of me. I think I could use my wit.
Live from Eric's prison cell.
That's right. Yes. But I cannot. The part about having to go to the bathroom in front of others and then, just be reading a book and you're cellmate's down there unloading his guts. I cannot have
Strike
that.
Up a conversation. You never talk to somebody that's in the stall next to you when they're taking care of their business?
No, usually I'm not near a stall. Unless I'm traveling, I don't do that kind of stuff. I avoid public restrooms. That's why people ask me, Eric, how come you don't care so much about the culture issues? Maybe it's because I avoid public bathrooms like the plague and always have.
Eric, pass that hand soap up here, would you?
Yeah, no thanks.
You get to hear some interesting conversations when you're positioned in the bathroom like that, and somebody else is doing the same thing you're doing.
Yeah, you can also hear great tuba solos.
Yes.
And that makes me intrinsically embarrassed, and I don't like to be intrinsically embarrassed. You were saying that when Marjorie Taylor Greene is on The View next week, you're like, I'm going to be watching.
Oh, I'm watching that live, absolutely.
Not me. I watch clips. I get intrinsically, I know it's like, okay, here we go. I know what's going to happen. And then sitting through it, I could never watch American Idol or anything. I don't like to watch things that are like slow motion train wrecks.
Cringe. You don't want to sit there and cringe.
That's what it is. Yeah, it's
because you will. Everybody will.
But a lot of people love cringe.
Oh, I know
they it's like that whole thing of we enjoy watching bad movies. It's like that kind of thing. I don't. I only have so many hours that I'm going to be alive, and I don't want to waste 2 of them on a bad movie. So I don't get into that.
The reason I'm looking forward to that is because Autumn does both of their voices, and it'll be fun for her to.
You talking about Behar?
Joy Behar and MTG.
Behar will probably. Here's my prediction. What is it called? Where you make the Poly Market? Or Kashi, or what's the other one? Kashi or
Those both sound right. Poly Market and Kashi.
But Kashi is a food product.
Kashi is the cereal you buy.
Kalshi. So I'll put my bet is that Joy Behar and Whoopi are not the most vocally against MJT when she shows up.
MTG.
It's gonna. What did I say?
MJT.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, you're doing Donald J. Trump. Maybe they got married.
yeah. Coming soon.
I would never marry. Not pretty.
I believe that it's going to be like a Sonny Hostin or someone like that. They're going to be the ones who really go after it. And maybe it'd be like beforehand. Whoopi would be like, "Hey, I'm the host. I hate this woman, but I have to do my hostly duties." And so my guess is that I'd put my money on Sonny Hostin or one of the other one or two.
I don't know
who are they? I know her name, but I don't know. There's another one. I don't. Huh?
Farah?
Yeah.
Kind of the Republican sort of one.
Baloney. They always have like this Republican from like 1987 Republican.
Rhino.
Yeah, they're not going to have a Rhino.
But Anna Navarro there still.
Anna Navarro. Wasn't she like the governor of New Mexico or something, or a House member at one point in her life, or she was married to a governor of New Mexico, I believe. She was in politics, and she was a Republican, but not the kind of Republican that's in, she hates Trump, I'm sure. She's
like
a Republican who's a
Kinzinger.
never Trumper, right?
She's like that Kinzinger guy.
Yeah. I believe she's a never Trumper, and I believe she was in politics at one point.
She was a part of the Republican Party at one point as well.
Yeah.
And she served a number of administrations. She was a transition team for Florida Governor Jeb Bush.
Okay, I didn't realize that she was. For some reason, I thought
that kind of Republican.
I feel like she came out of New Mexico for some reason. That kind of Republican, the one Trump swept aside.
You mean the guys that let everybody sell everything and move it over to China and also wasted millions and billions of your dollars bombing people in the Middle East for 20 years?
You talking about you?
No, I'm talking about Jeb.
Oh.
Please clap.
Dick Cheney. I had nothing to do with it.
I know. You let that Dick Cheney run wild.
I'm a nice guy.
Yeah. Well, you're nice enough to not bother people at this point. I feel like he's just like this. Did he ever leave his little Texas compound?
He went away like they all do, except for Clinton and Obama.
Obama's gone away pretty well. It's not like he opines.
Well, I meddle quite a bit.
Yeah,
he gets
but
involved.
he's behind the scenes. He's doing a lot of stuff, and then he does give an interview and say a thing or two. But
come election time, he's busy. He gets on the circuit.
No. He's considered the grand poobah. Is that how you say that? Poobah?
Yeah, I believe it's the
grand poobah of the Democrat Party.
He's been in Virginia a lot over the last month, trying to shore up that
white vote. For the white, he's there.
He was
there
chastising
arguing
men for not voting for Kamala, but yet I can't figure out what's going on in Virginia.
Yeah, it's like he's said, hey, listen, you got to vote for the white lady. Is that his push?
You got to vote for folks. Look, this lady was in the CIA. She knows what's going on. So all those people in Northern Virginia will vote for her. She's really big on the environment. There you go. Vote for her, not the other lady.
But you yelled at black men for not supporting a black woman, Kamala Harris. Why is it okay for them not to support whatever this lady's name is?
Because Winsome Sears is a Nazi.
Oh, is that true?
I don't know.
Is she the black face of the Nazi Party?
The way they said of white supremacy in America.
Remember when Larry Elder was running for governor of California, and they actually, with a straight face, they headlined it as he's the black face of white supremacy in America. Hey, whatever it takes, just say whatever. And the same people will go, "This Donald Trump, he just says whatever it takes." Yeah, well, it didn't start there.
Yeah, seriously.
It may, the last one in may be the most extreme, but it doesn't start there.
People forget with the election rigging, for example. They always say that Trump started the election rigging causes when in 2016, when Trump got elected the first time, it was Russia that got him involved.
Oh, yeah, but even when you were just a mere kid, it was we've been bushwhacked.
Yep.
Remember?
Oh, yeah, 2000,
It's like that the Supreme Court rigged that election. Well, it's been around forever.
Hail to the thief.
No one has stuck with it as much as Trump did, though. Usually they'll say it, and then they'll do the recount, and then whatever, and then like some months will go by, and you go back and they're like, okay, whatever, I guess I lost. But Trump still talks about it. And
he won 3 times. According to him, he's won 3 times.
Who cares?
You're president now. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, right. Can we
they got to pay.
How about
for stealing it from me?
And, the stuff that's going on with the White House right now, it's really something else. Just knocking down the East Wing, not telling anybody, not letting the American people know that it was coming. Just like, yeah. Hey, and anything that you say back is like, yeah, well, we won an election. So did like 100 other.
And it's going to be beautiful.
Yeah, it's going to be. And by the way, this is something that people are not talking about a lot. There's a reason that the White House doesn't look like a palace. The whole concept was that we were going to have a house that wasn't palatial, that didn't remind you of royalty, and the idea that the president at any time is merely an occupant. And that usually what goes on with the White House is you have these other kind of things that take care of, we got to take care of the lawn, we got to take care of this, that, whatever. We're going to add something, we're going to take something away. But there's a lot more of a process involved of, should we knock that down? That's all did anybody even say, well, should we? Nobody said, well, should we? Because then they would be locked out of the next cabinet meeting because they're not in Donald Trump's good graces, and you have an administration that's full of nothing but that. My understanding is almost nobody in this administration likes each other. Really? And they don't have to like each other because you don't have to get into the favor of anyone other than one person, and that's Donald Trump. So every day...
I don't want friends. I just want people who work and show fealty.
It's just all kinds of leaks that come out of the White House. Like, no one likes Stephen Miller. Yeah. Even people who agree with him in the White House, they all, like, when they're off the record, the guy's just odd. He's just one of these people, apparently, that it's uncomfortable to talk to. But he doesn't care about that, and they don't care about him. There's only one person you have to please on a daily basis in this administration. Most administrations have a hierarchy, and that guy's close to the president. I better be good to him so that he'll say nothing like that. It's just 25 people, all with a direct line to the president, and who's in favor and who's out of favor. The easiest way to get out of favor is to stand up and go, just to take a second here. Should we demolish the East Wing without telling the American people? Okay.
There was an
okay. Guess who's not invited to the next party on the concrete garden?
Fired.
Yeah.
It does kind of, after looking at some of the renderings of what it's going to look like, it kind of has like a little bit of a Versailles kind of look.
Yeah, of course it does.
And very, very, very European. But one thing that's interesting, I read
also
about...
very Saudi.
Yeah.
Like they have those great halls with gold and everything in them.
But do you like the onion cupola domes on the top? We'll have a guy up there yelling a couple times a day.
But one of the things that I've heard a couple people mention this before, and I looked into it earlier. Underneath the East Wing of the White House that nobody's talking about is apparently the old World War II bunker system.
Well, even more than that, it's where Dick Cheney and the president. Well, Dick Cheney immediately and the president ended up when. On 9/11.
Yeah, so I wonder.
It's a bunker.
So I wonder if maybe the East Wing ballroom. This is just a theory. I don't have any proof to push otherwise. But I wonder if maybe they had to build the new ballroom to also update the bunker beneath it.
No.
You don't think so?
No. Well, why would you have to do that?
Because, I mean, if it hasn't been
it's
updated.
A whole different, it's not a...
They probably have a better one now.
First of all, the bunker is constantly updated because it's meant to be used for emergency purposes. So it's not like left, we haven't been down there in 50 years. It's constantly updated.
You're right.
It's also way underground. It is way underground. And I know people say, they're not talking about the fact that the bunker, I'm sure you can access... There's probably points all over the White House where you can access it.
That would be kind of stupid if you could only access it from the East Wing.
We have a bad pole. We do. We have a little statue, a little bust of Shakespeare. You pull it open, slide down.
That would be cool. That would be cool.
It's fantastic.
What did they do with the bowling alley?
Was that in the East Wing? Was that in the East Wing?
I don't know where they had it. Nixon had a bowling alley.
If it was anything that was in the East Wing is now gone. You've seen the pictures of the rubble. So
bowling is dumb.
But and also the so that's and the Mar-a-Lago, because that's what it is. It's Mar-a-Lago ballroom attached to the White House. It's larger than the rest of the White House,
which is so weird when you look at the renderings.
It's not weird if you want people to say your name in 100 years and that's the most important thing. Then it's not weird. A lot of things don't become weird when you look at this administration when you think, but the glory of the man 100 years from now. He's building an arch over there. Well, they go, Donald Trump built the arch, or that kind of thing. when you think things are weird, just say, well, what about from the point of view of a narcissist who wants people to talk about how great he was 100 years from now? And suddenly, a lot of things make sense. Yeah, Trump was here, and look at this. There's a building bigger than the White House, attached to the White House, that no historian will ever be able to say wasn't built by Trump.
He should just put his name on it like he does the buildings.
I think he wants to. I think he would if he could.
Do you think Cheops asked the Egyptians if they wanted him to build the beautiful Great Pyramid?
No, I don't. He was a dictator. He was a pharaoh. He's a dictator.
Well, pharaoh, king. It also could be president. Maybe they elected him. I don't know. But look, it's going to be beautiful.
Yeah.
I'll invite you up there to do your show.
Oh, that's sweet. Look at that. He's trying to butter us up, Eric. Come on.
No, I think it's.
I won't be there, but you could.
I think it's disgusting. I'll be honest with you. I think it's disgusting. There's nothing you can do about it.
The chairs are gold. How does that make you
Everything's gold. Everything. The toilets are gold. Everything's gold. You know, gold on gold on gold on gold on gold is not what you would call an aesthetic.
We should remix that song. Racks on racks on racks.
Gold on gold on gold
on gold on gold. Great gold.
But it's Friday and it's Halloween. It's a holiday. We should be talking about. For heaven's sakes, can we lighten up? What is this?
I love you too.
Me too. Yeah, exactly.
I love you too.
Keep knocking things down. Don't ask anybody.
Yeah.
You're the most important person that's ever lived in the history of the world, and you know it. And we ought to acknowledge it. Damn it.
Boy, oh boy, these are good-looking guys.
Hell
You know what I'm doing next?
What?
I'm gonna go knock down that Jefferson Memorial. Nobody ever goes there. Nobody cares about Jefferson.
Hilarious. We just wake up tomorrow. The Statue of Liberty has been demolished.
I put my head on it.
Macron has not been loyal. Yeah.
He puts his head on the Statue of
And
Liberty.
instead of the inscription, it'll just say, "Go away."
And he'll make a joke with a wink. He'll say, well, the statue is transitioned.
You think the Democrats would like it? It's, it's transit. There's a dress and breasts and then a guy's head. I don't know. As long as he does, Riley Gaines said it was okay.
Exactly. It's doable. You could do it.
God, do we like her? Do you like her?
Riley Gaines?
Riley Gaines, what?
I don't know. I stay out of that one.
Yeah.
You know, the whole that all
Tell
that.
you what, never mind.
Hey, listen. How come your wife is never around? Nobody ever asked
She's
that.
busy being the first lady.
You just took a trip.
They were handing out candy last night.
She doesn't like Asian food.
They were handing out candy last night?
And the East Wing.
Yeah,
where
he put
she...
a candy bar on a kid's head that was dressed up as marshmallow.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Like,
yeah, literally.
Jared. It was Jared.
It was
my kid. It was my kid.
Little Jared.
Yeah.
He had no idea who Marshmallow is.
No, Trump has no idea.
You're a good DJ, aren't you? Well, yeah, you really mix really well.
Considering that Trump plays Gloria over and over again, that's his song of choice.
Do you know Gloria?
Can you do Gloria?
Can you spin that one? Maybe, I don't know.
That's usually like staffers' kids and stuff, right?
Yeah,
when they do that,
yeah.
they're not opening up the White
the
House.
hoi polloi
Hey, come on in, come on in, everybody.
Open it up to all the neighborhoods in Virginia and
Yeah.
D.C. Come on in. Come on to the White House.
You don't want to do that for several reasons, obviously, security being one of them. But, if you're a kid, it's got to be a letdown. Because you think you go in the White House, you're going to get, they're going to dump a pile of candy. When they toss you a couple Snickers, you're like, really? That's all they
They
get?
were full-sized.
Listen, full-sized would be the way to go if inflation wasn't through the roof. I told my wife, she went and bought, some candy to hand out. And the little Snickers are so small that they barely just have like an S on them.
No, they all have individual letters. So you'll get an S or an N.
Okay, but still, so small
bite size.
that only, not even bite
I
size.
know they're not. They're a bite
so
of a bite.
small, they're one letter big. They're one letter large.
Ooh, I got an eye.
Yeah, and I said, Jane, the kids are going to hate you. Like, hey, here's a little pebble in your ocean. Like, now, obviously, with inflation, you can't go handing out full-size candy bars.
No,
and RFK Jr. would be upset if we did.
Well, if you get them from Europe, where there's no high fructose corn syrup and other things like that, you could.
What are you handing out to kids?
What we're handing out this year at our house in D.C. is my wife went out and got a bunch of organic candy.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
It's sugar-free and dye-free, so they look like throat lozenges if you have a cold.
Sure, the kids are going to love it.
They will. Menthol.
I think you got to slow down before If you're a home builder or a contractor, you know that downtime equals lost money. Dave Baker here. Randall Brothers has your back with the widest selection of building materials in the city, and Randall Brothers gets the right materials to the right place on time so you won't incur downtime. They are pros who can answer your questions and find the right fit for your needs. Randall Brothers, widest selection, industry expertise, accurate, no-hassle deliveries. RandallBrothers.com.
Hi, I'm Dustin, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. As director of diamond sourcing, it's my job to make sure every single diamond is worthy of a Shane Company engagement ring. Our team travels the world to see diamonds in person and handpick each one. That type of dedication only comes from working for a company that's been a family business since 1929. No matter your budget, your diamond is guaranteed to be the most beautiful because a friend wants you to pick from only the best. Drop by your store or shaneco.com and see for yourself. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
There's no need to be scared of stains in your carpet when you can call Zerorez Carpet and Air Duct Cleaning. It's Patrick, owner of Zerorez. Zerorez cleans without the use of harsh soaps or spooky chemicals, leaving behind clean carpets safe for the entire family. For a limited time, get 3 rooms of carpet clean for $129 when you mention WSB. That's right, 3 rooms of carpet clean for $129. Easily schedule your cleaning online at ZerorezAtlanta.com. Zerorez, it's the right way to clean.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Hi, this is John Smoltz. You know, after more than 20 years on the pitcher's mound, I did some real damage to my shoulders, knees, and elbow. And now, years later, I'm still paying for it.
Truth is, joint pain doesn't care if you're a pro athlete or just someone who wants to play golf, work in the yard, or keep up with your kids. Pain gets in the way.
Not interested in surgery. The downtime, the long recovery, and no guarantee it even works. That's why I'm going in a different route with QC Kinetics here in Atlanta.
They use your body's own natural biologics to target the pain, calm the inflammation, and actually help your joints heal. No surgery, no harmful drugs, just real relief.
I'm trusting QC Kinetics with my aches and pains, and I can tell you, their natural approach makes a big difference. If joint pain is slowing you down, give them a call. QC Kinetics. Relief without surgery.
Call QC Kinetics today to schedule your free consultation. 770-285-8026. That's 770-285-8026. 770-285-8026.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
It's 3:30. I'm Veronica Waters. The news this half hour is brought to you by Vincent Financial. WSB's top story: relief may be on the horizon for the 1 in 8 Americans whose SNAP benefits come to a halt tomorrow because of the government shutdown. A pair of federal judges in Rhode Island and Massachusetts have given the Trump administration until Monday to update these courts on using the contingency funds it has to pay for the nation's largest food aid program during this government shutdown.
The language of the statute indicates that the federal government must provide at least partial funding for these programs.
CBS News legal contributor Jessica Levinson says the administration, however, may appeal. Today is the last day of early voting. Municipal elections and the State Public Service Commission are on the ballot. The Georgia Secretary of State's My Voter page will show you your sample ballot and polling location. Election day is November 4th. Atlanta Public Schools confirming today a student at Booker T. Washington High School is arrested for attempting to bring a gun onto campus. The district says the weapon was found in a book bag by the school's Evolve system and was immediately confiscated by administrators and a school resource officer. Now, the student will face not only school administrative action, but also criminal charges as well. The FBI says it has disrupted a violent plot in Michigan.
This involved the FBI hostage rescue team along with SWAT teams from Cleveland, Chicago, of course, Detroit, Minneapolis, as well as Cincinnati.
That's reporter Jack Springate, who says 5 people, including including 2 teenagers in Michigan, have now been arrested and are scheduled for arraignment this afternoon. The president has revealed that the Lincoln bathroom in the White House is being renovated and restyled with a new look. He says on Truth Social that the room's previous Art Deco style was inappropriate for the Lincoln era, and the new black and white look would be totally appropriate for that time. It's 3:32. Live team coverage of traffic and weather is starting now. Let's go to the WSB 24-hour traffic center and check in with Alex Williams.
Not a pretty sight on the south side, Veronica. Travel advisory. Car fire just got doused. They got 2 right lanes blocked. 85 southbound before Flat Shoals Road exit 66. That's got 285 westbound. The inner loop jammed up from Riverdale Road. 285 south delays back up to Canton Creek Parkway. Take Highway 29 to get down into Union City. Now a new travel advisory in Holly Springs. A left lane crash. 575 northbound up before Holly Springs Parkway exit number 14. That is slowing you back before 6's Road. If you'd like, you can use Highway 5. And 285 east and southbound, the inner loop through DeKalb County. That's already starting to pack in as well. Ashford Dunwoody Road traveling into Doraville, Tucker, and Clarkston. Not going to find much relief till you clear East Ponce, exit 40. Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
I'm Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz. Low 60s with sunshine this afternoon, 50s under a clear sky this evening, trick-or-treating, then mostly sunny on Saturday. It'll be a cold start, 40 in town, but mid-30s in the suburbs with some frost, high 65. Mostly cloudy by Sunday, a few isolated showers, low 46, high 63.
It's 65 degrees at 3:33. More news at 4 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
If you're looking for an exceptional Swiss timepiece, visit Terra Fine Jewelry today. They have exceptional Swiss watches from Tag Heuer and the finest selection in Atlanta of pre-owned Rolex. It's where I've been shopping for over 25 years. Terra Fine Jewelry in Beaufort.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with low prices in every aisle. Kroger shoppers never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
It's BOGO week, so use your card for buy one, get one free deals on Kroger brand apple juice, Screamin' Sicilian pizza, and more participating items. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Fall is a busy time, and selling your home can be overwhelming. Get a guaranteed cash offer from Mark Spain Real Estate and sell your home stress-free and for the most money. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
My name is Maria. Okay, I lied. It's Mary. But I'm feeling more European after my European-style holiday on MSC Cruises. The ristoranti, restaurants, nightlife and shops in La Galleria, and of course, American touches like a sports bar and water slides. Bellissimo. Okay, this is a problem.
Book now, starting from $199, plus kids sale free. MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
I'm Brian Parks, head of commercial banking in Atlanta for Ameris Bank. I've been in banking for over 30 years, and my team and I know that businesses have the best results when they work with local bankers who know the Atlanta market. Bankers who will work to understand your business operations and bring good ideas to the table. At Ameris Bank, we do that. I invite you to reach out so we can start a conversation. Visit amerisbank.com/yourbusiness or a local branch near you. Ameris Bank, fiercely yours, member FDIC.
Got to say, that show last night was unbelievable. Tim Andrews, myself, and George Clark went to see Steve Hackett.
Man.
Center stage. He was the guitarist for Genesis back in like the Peter Gabriel era. And I thought it was going to be good. I was actually knocked out. It was a great night of music. And I will die on this hill with, oh, you're just old, and that's why you don't like the new stuff, blah, blah, blah. I will die on this hill that is what it's all about. 4 or 5 great musicians just trading off and just playing together. And I'm not going to get down on everybody or whatever, but I think everyone can agree we are now in a producer era. It's about the producers and producer sound and all of that kind of stuff.
Computers.
Well, there's that. Then I'm not going to get, I don't want to be like total old man, whatever. I'm just saying my musical taste is
superior.
Yes, but that's not really my point. It's just, to me, that's what it is. That's what a night of music is. 5 musicians on stage?
Yep. Well,
not counting
6 at times.
Yeah, when the lead singer would come up. But it just, to me, that's what a night of music is. Just these wildly talented musicians just playing with each other. And it was, nobody walked out of there thinking that was less than I expected.
No,
it was more than anybody expected.
You guys will be happy to know that the resurgence of the band is back. There's a lot of young bands coming up that are are going more. It's weird. Out of COVID, you have a lot of Gen Alpha and younger Gen Z that really, really likes the idea of a 5-person band, 5-6-person band.
There's tons of them.
It's great when you're a teenager in your early 20s. Not so good when you get to like 25 and people get girlfriends and things start happening.
Right.
And now all of a sudden 6 people have to get along all the time.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that, and probably during the pandemic, my speculation would be that there was a lot of discovery of music from maybe from that era.
So you'll be happy to know, Eric. You'll be able to give your wisdom to those that are
There's a
coming
barrier to that, though, because they don't get put on the radio. They don't get pushed in Spotify. They don't get pushed on. There's a barrier. So rock music is niche now.
Sure. Yeah, that's something I completely accept. That was hard for me to accept like maybe 20 some odd years ago because I just grew up. I remember when people always used to say stuff like rock and roll will live forever. And I always thought like, well, yeah, of course. Why are you even saying it? Like, well, of course. Like, this is never going to go away. I mean, this is the way. This is the way it is. This is the way it will always be. The way it was in the '70s and the '80s and through most of the obviously the '60s. But I was born in '64, so I don't remember a whole hell of a lot about the '60s. But
there's hardcore bands now that can sell out a venue like we went to last night, or even slightly larger than that. They just don't get any coverage.
Well, I think the radio thing, at least in the era that we're in now, it's gonna be dominated by the production sound, and
sure,
because the
more
producers,
of the pop sound, yeah.
But I mean, the producers have an amazing amount of leverage too. So I mean, I would imagine if there's any actual thing as top 40 radio anymore, whatever the mirror of top 40 radio is, I would imagine. This person produced it has as much leverage in will we play it as this person sang it or wrote it, you know? So it's just a different time. And I think that they're always going to dominate because you can knock those out a lot quicker. Also, what I just said again, I have to say whatever mirrors what the record companies used to be, you got to think about it. They used to have to, if a band got big, like Guns N' Roses, all right, they're playing on Sunset Boulevard at Whiskey A Go Go, and then they're huge all of a sudden. Well, now as the record company, you got to keep all of these people, like the keyboardist who's, I'm not saying for that particular band, but any band, now the keyboardist is on heroin, the drummer's having sex with the lead singer's girlfriend, like all of these things that you had to deal with to keep this thing that was making money on the rails and working. If you got a producer and a singer and a backtrack, what do you call those tracks? Like tracks, like
backing
singing,
tracks,
singing the tracks and that sort of thing. Someone like me might go, I want a night like last night where you've got people interacting and whatever. But from the point of view of we've got a hit, much better to just have to deal with one person.
Oh, for sure.
That's
why the DJs aren't going away anytime soon.
Exactly.
Because they know, and honestly, the generation coming up behind even me, the Gen Z, they're a little cleaner than we are with how they party and how they drink and just
they're
that
scared
atmosphere.
as hell about everything.
Everyone's
told them everything's existential. They could have sex and die.
Beer and sex hurt the planet.
Having sex hurts the planet. Right, exactly. They're just completely frightened, and they don't want to. You saw it with the Gen Z when they got to the age. When they started getting to the age 10 years ago or so of getting their driver's license, they were the first American generation since the 50s when that became a thing, driving as a teenager. That suddenly they didn't want.
I have
too much responsibility. I might hit somebody.
I have a cousin who I love dearly. She's 20 years old. She's in college now. Has not gotten her driver's license. She doesn't want to drive.
She's afraid ultimately that she'll get into an accident and it might be her fault and she'll be held responsible.
Yeah.
And so I can't imagine being Gen Z. Just they went to school every day and they were told the planet's dying. You know, they lived through, the crash and then the pandemic. And I mean, it just must seem complete. So why would you just wrap yourself in bubble wrap?
That's why I think that the older Gen Alphas, they'll be going to college in the next, I think, 3 years.
Really?
They're the ones. Yeah, Gen Alphas.
Like my grandson is
he's a Gen Alpha.
4.
He's a
so
Gen Alpha.
You're saying he's at the
he's
bottom,
kind of at the bottom
he's
of
at
Gen
the bottom
Alpha.
of Gen Alpha.
And the older Gen Alphas are about to go to college soon. And with the band concept, I know I mentioned rock before, but really it's kind of like the pop punk kind of band
well,
sound.
all that was bands. The Beatles were a band. The Sex Pistols were a band.
But that
Pink Floyd,
sound is coming back, though. And
Yeah.
I think they're the main catalyst behind it. They're the ones really pushing it and pushing
It's
kind of
weird.
the younger
I
Gen
have
Zs
thought
to do
about
it.
this. I have no idea, since I love that music, that starts in like the late 40s and kind of dies in the early 2000s. Like I just really, really, really love that music. And I going back to what we were talking about before, it was for a while strange to me that it wasn't going to be the most popular thing of all time forever. Now I accept that, but I'm still going to die on the hill of saying, this is the way it's supposed to be. Because what we saw last night grows out of the big bands in the 40s. It grows out of like that whole live music. It grows out of jazz. It grows out of blues. It grows out of really classical, if you think about it, because especially some progressive rock like what Steve Hackett does, a lot of classical. And that's, again, a huge orchestra. They all have to play together. The oboe can't be out of line with the guy who's a half a mile away on the other side of the orchestra, And that, to me, and pop music, rock music in that period of time kind of condensed that into a thing of, 2-minute songs that became 4-minute songs that became 5-minute songs and sort of narrowed it down a little bit. But they were still coming from that same thing. One lady on a stage with a bunch of backup dancers is not that. It's cool if you think it's better. That's your opinion. But it's not that. It's not that going on where you just have this talk back and forth. I always think about when I see musicians and they're playing very well, I hear it as like a conversation, but they're using their instruments to talk to each other, especially if you see a good, like a jazz situation developing. And
they're all in unison.
They're all, until they're not, and then they like talk to each other. A lot of people like Miles Davis, like a lot of people think that Kind of Blue? Yeah. Is the greatest jazz album ever. And some people listen to it and go, it seems kind of simple to me. It doesn't, if somebody tells you this is the greatest jazz album ever, probably going in, you think this is going to be a very complicated kind of thing. It's going to be like a high wire act and they're pulling it off, but it's not. It's and a lot of people walk away going, well, that wasn't, I thought it was going to be they want fireworks. But in reality, the way to listen to that, and a lot of that music, is think of it as a conversation going on between musicians, and they're using their instruments. And there's this kind of, and a lot of people who listen to that kind of stuff that are raised on pop music, they can't find the end because pop music has a beginning, middle, and end. And really good jazz, not all, I'm not a jazz expert, I'm not trying to be. This is just me from listening to stuff. To me, jazz is more circular.
It finds its end. It lands when it lands.
Right, yeah, and they're just kind of going round and round or whatever. And if you're I know a lot of people who like pop music, though, say, I'm supposed to like jazz. Let me try to like jazz. And they don't like it, but because I think they want it to do what a pop song does, which is have a beginning, have a middle, have an end. Okay, that's great. We built up to the end. Everything's good. Next song.
I like smooth jazz because, it's condensed and it's got a melody and, a guy like Dave Koz, just a nice soft
and you got
saxophone.
and you're very stressed out. You like to you like to have like easy kind of like
when I'm at work, I like to put on Easy 96, which is the smooth jazz station in my
And
town.
is it EZ?
Yeah.
Letter E?
Oh,
letter
it's
Z?
just an E and a Z.
You love those covers that are over there, too, right?
I don't know if they're... sometimes I recognize a song, but really for me, it's like I don't have to pay attention to the music. It's just there.
For years, I hated jazz fusion.
Oh, why?
I just because it didn't have edges. Like to
Yeah,
me,
smooth jazz, I get-
turn
I-
this up. This is Miles. It's got edges. It's like right. Even though it's mellow, but the Spyro Gyro kind of stuff. To me, it's just like you're in a room that has no corners and everybody's just kind of like avoiding each other. And hey, let's not do anything that might
This This is kind of besides the point, but this is the first time since 1990 that there hasn't been a rap song in the top 40.
I keep seeing stuff on YouTube of like rappers and stuff saying that it is starting to happen to rap what happened to rock and roll. That suddenly it's
Absolutely.
not, because I think again it's like one individual, a guy or a girl, and who's the producer. Every time Taylor Swift puts out a new album, it's about, oh, she's going back to those producers from that time, or oh, she's using these hot producers. I don't think when Neil Young put out albums in like 1976, people talked about the producer. It's going to be wild.
Mark Arum.
I bet the show is more enjoyable.
Local.
Hormel Food expected to lay off about 135 employees from the facility they have over in Tucker.
Topical.
That surprised me. Hormel, I thought they'd be hiring.
Mark Arum.
Really a game changer.
Monday at 9 a.m.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Well, I bet it is safe to say you are sick and tired of home services companies that don't show up on time, don't get it right, ghost you then when you need them later. Hey, it's Chris Chandler. I don't have to worry about any of that because I only trust TE Certified Electrical Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. TE Certified is a well-oiled machine with the highest level of communication and follow-up. They're on time, friendly, and fully stocked.
TE Certified, we love your home.
New investigations break on Channel 2 Action News. We get problems solved, plain and simple. Every day we follow the facts.
Started digging, only to find...
Getting you the answers you need now.
We have live. Team 2 coverage.
Channel 2 never stops advocating for you.
An investigation regarding your tax dollars.
We're more than just Atlanta's news.
A warning for consumers regarding...
We've got your back all over North Georgia. See what's new, live, every day at 4, 5, and 6 on Channel 2 Action News.
For many of you, it's happening. Your hair's thinning, your crown's disappearing, and maybe hair loss has you feeling your identity is lost altogether. Well, I got good news. It's Advanced Hair's incredible, yet simple, one-day treatment that starts regrowing your own natural hair the very next day, and it's guaranteed to grow for life. It's Mark Arum back with you. We've all seen the pills and lotions that come with monthly subscriptions. They help retain what you have, but what about regrowing your hair permanently in specific areas? From Advanced Hair's state-of-the-art facilities to their world-class physicians, it's not maybe your hair will regrow, it's guaranteed that your new hair will grow. You decide how much, how thick, and where. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, and I've seen their results, friends. For your free consultation, $250 off and 250 free hair grafts, call 470-660-HAIR. That's 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now.
800-575-2798.
Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call
800-575-2798. That's 800-575-2798.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
We're having a party and you're invited. Join Centerwell Senior Primary Care for our free grand opening party. Come meet our care team and tour the new center. Plus, food, music, games, and more. Celebrate with Centerwell East Paulding on Wednesday, November 5th, off Charles Hardy Parkway near the Walmart from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Learn more at CometoCenterwellGeorgia.com. That's CometoCenterwellGeorgia.com. We'll see you soon.
Your home. It's where you live, you sleep, you eat, and you breathe. Shouldn't it be healthy and safe for your family? To be truly healthy, your home needs to be bug and critter free. Who knows what germs they bring in? Yuck! Hey, it's Christina Epwards. I trust Breda Pest Management to protect my home inside and out because a pest-free home is a healthy home. Don't settle for the 5-minute, outside-only, spray-and-pray approach to pest control because that's not protection. That is not a healthy home. Some of the other companies have given up on the inside of your home, but not Breda. They know a healthy home requires protection inside and out. It's the gross, germy bugs inside you want gone. So let the local folks from Breda in, and they'll keep those pests out. Breda, they handle bugs and critters for a healthy home. BREDApest.com.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs. You know, Jared keeps talking about the fact that he is going to the Halloween festival.
That's right, tonight.
And every time he mentions it to me, I think it has something to do with that TV thing, the streamer.
Hulu.
Like, is Hulu? Is this a Hulu thing? Or
It is not. No,
Okay.
No, it's
Every time you say it's Halloween, I go, oh, you're doing something with that streaming service?
No, apparently Stream Cheese Incident is one of the main backers of this festival, and they're part of another band that has hula in it, and I'm blanking on what it is. But they're the ones that started this up, and we've never done it before. And
so is it Halloween or Huluween?
Halloween.
Oh, I thought you were saying Huluween.
Hula.
Hula. As in the hoop.
Hula.
As in the hoop. Hula hoop.
Yes, exactly.
By the way, a couple
So I'm
weeks
pumped.
ago, my 4-year-old grandson, there was hula hoops around. And he said, "You do it." And I thought, "Oh, this is gonna be easy."
Yeah,
because he was having trouble. I was like, "I'm gonna show you how this is done." I couldn't get that thing to go one time around without falling.
Really?
I looked like a moron trying to. Ridiculous.
Runs in the family.
Apparently, but he's got an excuse. He's 4. He's uncoordinated. I have no excuse. I just have a memory of being able to do it. So, oh yeah, give it to me.
It was easy to do in the late 70s. It's not easy to do now.
Because of our bodies,
hips, age.
That's one of the first, realizations that I wanted to get into radio. I did a hula hoop contest for Star 94 at Lennox Pool.
Wait, you?
I won a hula hoop contest.
Oh my! How have I worked with this guy for 11 years to not know that you won a hula hoop contest?
What did you win?
This is like the beginning of Mulholland Drive.
Yes.
Did you go to Hollywood and have all your dreams crushed?
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, no, they were just out. It was a big pool up at Lennox, and my.
Why were you there?
Yeah,
I was there because
What was her name?
So no, I was young. I was like probably 9 or 10.
Oh, okay. I thought this was partying 17 year old.
No. This is young, Jared. I think my dad's girlfriend at the time lived in Lennox, and he lived on the south side. So I was with her while he was working or something. And so she took me to the pool. Star 94 was out there, and they were doing a hula hoop contest. And
What year is this? You're 9. What is that, 94, 95? No, 97.
Yeah, probably right around there.
Right,
late 90s for sure.
Chumbawamba tickets? What did you win?
I just got a big T-shirt.
Was it
I got
Stephen
a cup.
Vicky? Did Stephen Vicky give it to you?
No,
this was too low.
I can't remember who the jock was.
That's too rinky-dink for
Yeah,
that.
Stephen Vicky aren't going to do that.
They were on top of the world then.
But I was surprised. I mean, there were a lot of people.
Send Jimbo in middays to do the hula hoop contest.
There were a lot of adults that were doing it, and when I looked
And you
around,
won?
and I was the last one standing, I'm like, and they're like, keep on going. I'm like, okay, and I kept on hula hooping.
For some reason, I see him and just like, were you fully dressed or were you
Wasn't
like
my
swimming?
swimsuit?
So everybody was just swimming in this place, and then
Yeah,
Star 94 shows up.
Yeah, so it was a huge apartment complex pool, and you had just a ton of people swimming, and they had set up their equipment on one of the sides so you could walk up and get radio station swag.
Right.
But then
That's what Tim Andrews used to do for a living.
And they're
they used to do these things because 96 Rock did them too. You just show up at a pool.
Yeah.
Oh.
And they're like, hey, we're having a hula hoop contest. The winner gets a T-shirt, and I think I did get tickets, but I gave them to my
Yeah,
I guess,
you were
dad's
9.
girlfriend.
You probably weren't
I
able to
couldn't
go.
But
unless-
I won. I remember winning.
Unless they were tickets to a G-rated movie. Probably you gave it to. Well, see, that's why you're somewhere much positive than I am. I've never won anything.
You
So
want me to teach
9
you how to
years
hula hoop?
old, yeah. Well, it's too late now.
I got listen, 61. You're just beginning, man.
Together, we can work together. Your expertise, and we can make my grandson the next radio station hula hoop champion. Let's go at it as a team.
Done.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Ever wonder why Big Wireless wants you on an unlimited plan? They probably want you to cover the cost of those 20-somethings using all that data every month. But most people 50 and up like me only use 12 gigs or less. Don't get bamboozled by Big Wireless. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Our plans start at just $20, and we use the same towers as the big guys. Join the millions who choose something better, because if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
On the battlefield, there's a saying America's military men and women live by. Never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Off the battlefield, Wounded Warrior Project operates with the same goal. Wounded Warrior Project was created to help our men and women returning home with the scars of war, whether those scars are physical or mental. Wounded Warrior Project. We never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Learn more about what we do at woundedwarriorproject.org.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Priority Men's Medical Center restores your love life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To restore your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
Hey friends, have you filed an insurance claim for a roof replacement only to be denied? Are you not sure what to do? You're not alone. Dr. Roof here to help. Hey, it's Mark Aram. Dr. Roof specializes in reviewing the storm damage and getting your roof replaced. They've been around for over 37 years and can help you with all of your options. Don't settle for a denied or partial insurance claim. Get the roof you deserve with Dr. Roof. Online at drroof.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
You can call them what you want: water bugs, palmetto bugs, creepy, crunchy crawlies, whatever makes you feel better. But a roach is a roach by any name you give it. And you want to get rid of the roaches. Meteorologist Christina Edwards here for Breda Pest Management. You can't avoid roaches. They're everywhere and just a part of life here in Georgia. However, you can protect your home and family from those ugly, crunchy, whatever you call them, bugs with Breda. You don't want to see roaches anywhere, but it's the roaches inside your home that you want gone. A lot of pest companies have stopped treating the inside of homes to save money, but Breda's got your back. They do it right, protecting the outside and inside of your home. Got roaches? Better call Breda. Make your home a crunch and squish-free zone. Breda Pest Management. They handle bugs and critters like roaches.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
It's 4 o'clock. I'm Veronica Waters. The news this hour is brought to you by D. Geller and Son Jewelers. WSB's top story: there may be relief soon for the 1.4 million Georgians who use food stamps to help feed their families. 2 federal judges today ordered the Trump administration to provide SNAP benefits, the food aid that was supposed to run out Saturday because of the long government shutdown. The judges in Rhode Island and Massachusetts have ordered the Trump administration to update them no later than Monday on the progress of this. Recipient Alan Joseph says this food aid goes a long way.
You got the SNAP, doesn't matter how much they give you, but that would be covered juice, milk, eggs. Everything costs a lot of money now.
The rulings come after a lawsuit brought by more than a dozen Democratic-led states. It calls for the USDA to use emergency funds in its coffers right now to cover the SNAP program during the government shutdown, now on day 31. It's 63 degrees in Midtown Atlanta. Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz is forecasting sunshine, clear skies today and tomorrow, highs in the 60s. Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast for the trick-or-treat time tonight is coming your way next. We could be faced with a food crisis as the SNAP benefits are no longer available during this government shutdown.
Many people here in Georgia are impacted.
In Georgia, there are 1.4. I figure we'll probably.
Many people here in Georgia are impacted.
In Georgia, there are 1.4 million residents that are going to lose those benefits starting tomorrow.
Jennifer Barnes with the Food Pantry Solidarity Sandy Springs says she's already been swamped with calls for help, and it's not expected to slow down.
I figure we'll probably add 100 families starting tomorrow through next week, and I figure they'll just keep coming.
She says a lot of people that use the pantry are already working 2 jobs. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
Happening now, Gwinnett County Police tell us they are at the scene of a homicide at 1625 Pleasant Hill Road. We are working to learn more information and whether there is any ongoing threat to the public. The ACLU is calling on Clayton County Sheriff LaVon Allen to make serious changes at the county jail.
Inhumane and unconstitutional is how the ACLU of Georgia is describing conditions for inmates locked up inside the Clayton County Jail. Legal Director Corey Isaacson says officials are obligated to provide basic safety, medical care, and sanitation for prisoners.
Everything we're hearing about the Clayton County Jail makes clear that none of those obligations are being met.
They say legal action isn't off the table if the problems continue. Sheriff LaVon Allen tells WSB he takes reports seriously, but says the ACLU's allegations are grossly exaggerated and untrue. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
YouTube TV subscribers will not be able to watch the Georgia-Florida game tomorrow.
However, you can listen to the game on the radio. A contract dispute between YouTube TV and Disney means channels like ABC and ESPN are off the platform. Disney says YouTube TV has chosen to deny their subscribers the content by refusing to pay fair rates for the channels, while YouTube claims Disney used the blackout threat to push for higher prices, benefiting its own streaming services like Hulu Plus. As the two companies sort out the details, you can catch the game on your home of the Dogs. Our pregame coverage begins at 11:30, kickoffs at 3:30. Amanda Moyer, 95.5 WSB.
The Baltimore Ravens will pay a $100,000 fine for putting out the wrong injury report before hosting the Bears last week. The NFL says the team falsely claimed quarterback Lamar Jackson was questionable for Sunday's game after he was a full participant in Friday's practice. Ravens head coach John Harbaugh says he just made an honest mistake. An outspoken Georgia politician pushes back against criticism of her upcoming TV appearances.
Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene took to X, touting her A+ rating from the Conservative Review and writing, "There are pathetic Republican men, mostly paid social media influencers, attacking me for going on Bill Maher's show and The View."
Liz Kennedy reports Greene's visit on The View comes Election Day, November 4th. It's 4:04. The Von Haessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. But first, WSB Triple Team Traffic right now starts off our live team coverage of traffic and weather. Alex Williams.
Everybody making that push, trying to get home to get the kids out trick-or-treating, and it is a busy one out there right now, Veronica. Some better news, though, in Union City. Earlier car fire, I-85 southbound before Flat Shoals Road, exit 66. That has cleared. All lanes are back open, but 285 west, the inner loop, still jammed up back through those airport tunnels. 285 southbound outer loop delays from Langford Parkway. Heads up for police activity in DeKalb County. I-20 westbound before Glenwood Avenue, exit number 61. We are going to check on that update with Stephanie Stallworth.
You had a problem for you out there at DeKalb County watching the jam cam for you. 20 headed west out before Glenwood, crash working as a couple of right lanes down, plus they're putting the cones out. So expect to come upon those delays at speed as you head towards Flat Shoals, Gresham. Want to think about Memorial or Glenwood as your options. From the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Stephanie Stallworth, WSB.
I'm Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz. With sunshine, we'll top out in the low 60s today, quickly falling through the 50s. Chilly, despite being clear and dry for your Halloween trick-or-treating. Cold start to the day on Saturday. Frost advisory in effect will be in the mid-30s across most of metro Atlanta. From there, mostly sunny and 65. On Sunday, mostly cloudy, a few isolated showers possible. High 63.
It's 62 degrees right now in Douglasville, 62 in Dunwoody, and 63 in Midtown Atlanta at 4:05. More news at 4:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 3. what is this? The Spooktacular? Is that what we're doing? The Spooktacular?
Monster Mash.
Halloween radio Spooktacular?
Bobby Boris Pickett.
All right, yeah, okay. I'm not 8 anymore, but perhaps there's an 8-year-old out there who could enjoy this. Hour 2 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. I got to tell you about something that happened last night that has never happened to me before when we were at the Steve Hackett show. And George, you were right next to me, but you're to my left, so you didn't see this. So we were in the second row and on the floor. And I could see that there was one seat next to me that was empty for a while. And so I thought, wow, one seat, like one person's going to be one. And so before the show started, I'd say about 10, 15 minutes before the show started, everybody that doesn't know each other is talking to each other, except for George Clark. It's a bunch of old men and women, and so we're all talking to each other, and there's a real friendly vibe right when we got there.
For sure, yeah.
People are all talking, before the thing starts. And so this really pretty girl sits down next to me, and she's all alone. So in the middle of the conversation, whatever, I turned to her, and I extended my hand. I said, hey, I'm Eric. How are you? And she looked at me, and I kept my hand out. Mind you, she's sitting right next to me. We're thigh to thigh. And so I kept my hand. I was like, yeah, it's nice to meet you. And she refused to shake my hand. She didn't say anything mean. She didn't say anything. She just looked at me and she just refused to shake my hand. And so I was in such a good mood. I was like, okay. I turned around and I went back to talking to people and whatever. Then I realized that she was in the wrong row. So at some point, she gets up and another person sits down who turned out to be cool throughout the evening. And then after the show was over, when we were getting up, I realized, she must have been in one row. She was in the third row.
She sat behind us.
Yeah, I saw her get up and whatever. And so, because obviously in my mind, I'm thinking, she thinks I'm a creepy old man, right? I mean, that's the first thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, you're wrong. But that's why I was like, well, okay, whatever. And I turned back the other way. And she walks out with a guy who's older than I am.
Her dad, probably.
No, they were of different races. So it could be possible, but
they
probably
didn't look
not.
very similar.
Yeah. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I thought about it too.
She was dressed to the nines. I mean, she was beautiful. She was a really pretty girl. And she was dressed, and I started thinking, is this like a... And then I started not being mad at her. Because the guy she was with kind of looked like he could be in like the mob or something. And I was sort of like, is this one of those deals where like if somebody else ever sees me touching another man or any, you know what I mean? Like I started
Who's
to
that
kind
guy?
of, yeah, I started to kind of
I
get
thought
like
about that, and I also thought maybe she was paid to be there.
that. I thought too. But I thought, is this a prostitute? Because she was dressed very nice.
Or a sugar baby.
It could be one of those things. But I mean, it's never, whatever it was. By the end of the night, I thought, okay, she didn't do that because there's something going on in her life that's not the right move. You don't act like you say hello to any other guy or something like that.
Would have broke protocol.
It would have, and maybe it would have broke her. I don't know. Like I
how old are we thinking?
24, 25,
Oh, wow.
26.
Okay, very
like
young.
I don't know.
I would say a little younger than I am. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
20s.
and the
late
guy
20s.
she was with was like older than me.
Yeah.
He was like 67 or 68 and dumpy.
Good for him.
I not good for him if she's afraid in a public place. Because I mean, when I was thinking that she just thought I was some creepy old man trying to start a conversation with her, I was thinking, well, she's here all alone, and I couldn't put that demographic together.
You should have.
The 24-year-old pretty girl who's in the second row of the guitarist for Genesis in 1970. Like I couldn't put that together at all, and yeah. So at first I saw it that way. I'm a creepy old guy, but she always knew that the other guy was going to be there very close. That kind of takes that off the table. There was never any chance that she would have to worry about some creepy guy sitting next to her. So my speculation is going in, sugar baby or
maybe he's a great guy and she's fiercely loyal.
It's possible.
You should have had a $20 bill in your hand because that'll get you a handshake.
That's how it happens. How you start?
I'm breaking it down.
I was just trying to be the way that I always am, which is it seemed like there was somebody didn't have. It's like, hey, how are you? My name's Eric. That's all.
So when did you have time to socialize with everybody around you? Were there breaks? In
No,
the
no.
action?
This was
Before the show.
This was before the show. This
Oh,
was like
okay.
10, 15 minutes.
So you guys
before
got
the
in before. So there was no opener then.
No, it was like almost a 3-hour show. It was like there was a break in the middle.
Okay,
Grizz open.
Listen. You guys be so lucky.
Young
for Grizz
Gravy.
to-
Young Gravy showed up.
Yeah, Young Gravy might be able to open now.
Oh, you said he's going down?
Yeah, his career's going in a
Is
weird
he from
direction.
here or something? Isn't he from Georgia?
I don't think so. I think he's Cali. But Grizz has come out of retirement, and he's actually crushing
Thank
it.
goodness. Grizz and Steve Hackett can tour together. the old, and the old new.
Yeah.
They can tour. they can do it together. I don't know. I was worried about George Clark because he's 32. And this is music from a different age. But unless he was putting me on the whole time,
No.
it seemed like he really enjoyed himself.
Did I say it on air yet? Or
What?
did I tell you before the show? This moment that I just happened to capture.
Because you were up. You
I
could
was up
see
behind
down
you, but I was behind you and I could see you, both
Yeah.
of you. And it was one point during The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway suite, I guess you could call it that. You were really into something and it's like your head, bobbing your head.
Yeah, I got caught up a couple of times.
And it was
I lost
just-
myself. If you have me on any sort of smartphone device, delete it now.
I have it.
I think
But
that.
it's
Well, you
only the
may.
back
Just
of your
don't. It better not go public.
But it was just this really cool moment to see George, because he kept turning his head and looking at you, and he was beaming, this big smile, like he was enjoying that you were enjoying it. That's what I
Yeah.
took away from it. But it was just a
It
small
was
moment.
cool.
Yeah.
But it was. I was surprised. George seemed to be in it from the very beginning, and then we'll stop talking about this because nobody cares probably. But George was the first one during that bass solo that was like, "Whoa, hey, what's
Yeah.
going on?" It's like I don't know if that might be one of the best bass solos I've ever seen in my life.
It was right in front of our face.
Yeah.
We could have reached out and touched him.
Anyway, it's a great night, and I love Center Stage. I love that
That's
room.
such a great venue.
I mean, it's just like there's not a bad seat, especially when you're in the second row. Although I just started to look at stuff like the show looked different from where you were than where we were. That's
Oh, yeah,
always
you
the
were
case.
looking up, I was looking down.
But I mean, I didn't, and I think George, you'd be surprised too if you see videos from it. I didn't realize how, I won't say elaborate, but how flashy the light show was and what the whole, like we didn't see the show from.
I could see the light
from
guy.
that level.
You should have. There was this young guy. And he was running the lights, and he was getting into the music. You could see his hands. It was like he was part of the band.
But there was an overall kind of light show going on that we really weren't privy to because we were too close to the stage. All right, that's enough.
First
We're
world problems. We're too close to the stage.
We're too
to
close
light
to the
show.
stage. It's such a bummer,
Oh
isn't
my
it?
gosh, we missed out so much because we're too close.
Can't I sit in two places at once so I can have the full experience? All right, what is going on? Is the World Series games
Tonight.
6, 7, 5,
6 tonight. You got Yamamoto tonight.
Oh,
pitching for the Dodgers,
Yamamoto. Which is amazing to me that you're here doing this entire show knowing that you have to pitch tonight in Game 6.
Listen, that is not my Yamamoto. I'll be pulling for the Toronto Blue
That's like
Jays to
Smith.
take care of business.
Yes.
It's
Isn't it?
tied, or it's not tied. It's 3-2.
It's 3-2 Blue Jays.
Yeah,
Blue
yeah.
Jays
Back in
win, they
Toronto?
win.
Yeah, the Blue Jays have got 2 games at home to close out the Dodgers.
Yeah.
At least 2 games.
I like it when they win at home. If they do, it's always cool.
I know the World Series is always kind of a letdown when they win it on the road, and it's just like those guys celebrating. Like they're piling on each other while
Meanwhile-
people are leaving the stadium.
Yeah, the crowd. You see all the sad fans.
Yeah. It works a lot better when you're at home and you win it all and everybody's going crazy.
Or like in the 70s when the Yankees won it in 77, everybody piled onto the field, and you could see Reggie Jackson running from right field, and he just elbows a guy and knocks him down. They're all fighting to get in.
Yeah, and get off. This isn't the place for the fans. The fans don't belong on the field. I don't believe that you should ever.
Well, not now. We're more civilized.
For a little hometown bias, I will say when the Braves won Game 6 of the World Series in 2021, it was on the road against the Astros, but Braves fans were deep there at that Astros. And
there were a lot of
there were a
Braves-
lot of Braves fans there, so at least it felt good when they gave the the World Series trophy to the
So
Braves.
when I'm in the 90s, you got to remember I moved here in 98, so I wasn't really following local teams throughout the. Had the Braves lost 2 before they won that one, or they lost 3? They lost 3, right?
I think it was 2, Tim, but I'll double check.
No, they lost to Toronto. They lost to the Twins. And who else did they? Oh, I'm thinking of before they were in Atlanta, so never mind.
Yeah, I think it was just those 2, and then they won
What, you all of a
95.
sudden jumped back to the 60s?
Yeah. No, but they were always right there in the playoffs, and then a
96
couple years they didn't make it.
Right.
The year after we won in 95, we should have won 96, but of course the
But they
Yankees ended up
didn't.
winning.
Yeah, turns out that.
Oh, now you're a Yankees fan, Tim. Okay.
You never stop being a
No,
fan.
Tim Andrews is a fan, but he cannot. He's like,
Cynical
he is,
fan.
He is one of the most cynical fans. He's like my youngest son when it comes to the Bills. I mean, just everything.
Well, that comes from the Bills fan.
Last time we were like they beat up the Panthers. I'm not saying that shows anything, but you know they are winning the game. And my son's like, Oh, defense just let us go right through it. Like, he couldn't even, enjoy. All he could do is just go, oh, well, we didn't really deserve that.
We should crush them.
They stink. That's why we got that touchdown. Hey, isn't it exciting? James Cook ran for 200 some odd. Their defense stinks.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I was like, yeah, I know, maybe, but can't we just get excited?
You just need to tell your son Ian that the other team is paid to win too.
I
That's
know.
what they're trying.
He is just tired of not getting it all. And I try to tell him, I'm 61. I've been on this ride for over 40 years. Don't give me your tears. That rhymes. I've been on this Bills ride for over 40 years. Look, son, don't give me your tears. Let's say hello to Alex Williams. Alex says there's a crash on 85 North in Sewanee.
Yeah, trying to pinpoint this one on the Jam Cam. Good afternoon, Eric, and happy Halloween. We got a crash on I-85 northbound up around Highway 317, exit 111. I think it's poking out in that right lane. Nonetheless, you're jammed up as you leave Highway 316, 85 southbound. A new travel advisory between Duluth and Norcross with a crash just before Beaver Ruin Road, exit number 102. That is taking out 2 left lanes. You can consider Satellite Boulevard as an alternate. 575 northbound up in Woodstock into Holly Springs. That's in recovery mode from Highway 92 up to an earlier crash that has cleared out of travel lanes before Holly Springs Parkway, exit 14. Plenty of slow traffic this Friday afternoon through downtown Atlanta. Stephanie Stallworth.
Yeah, that southbound ride is lining up for you now out of Buckhead, getting down to 85, down to I-20, the 75 ride merging in as well. Northbound, your stop and go Langford into Midtown. This report sponsored by Staples. Have you heard? The Staples Easy button is back with even more easy. Press it for custom prints, shipping services, even passport photos. Staples, that was easy. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
When you need to know.
The story is developing in Atlanta.
When you want to know.
Severe weather is on its way.
When you have to know.
We'll alert you as soon as this closure clears.
Get notifications
from your source for news.
Get the WSB radio app.
Download it from your app store today.
This is Scott Slade, and nothing takes the place of time when it comes to spotting problems with your health, especially cancer. The earlier, the better. That's where virtual imaging comes in. Virtual imaging's LDCT body scan can be invaluable, giving you more time for you and your loved ones to take charge of your health. They can detect tumors as early as precancerous virtually anywhere in your body, and aneurysms you may not even know are there. Due to overwhelming demand for a limited time, their $995 core body scan offer has been extended. It's a $2,495 value. Early detection saves lives, and now it's more affordable than ever. Virtual Imaging has gotten such great response to this offer that they've opened up more times in both offices, but appointments will fill up fast, so don't wait. Some minimum requirements may apply. Early detection is your best protection. To schedule your virtual imaging $995 core body scan, call 770-678-SCAN. That's 770-678-SCAN. Or make an appointment by visiting their website at virtualimagingatl.com.
WSB Atlanta, WSB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At Coosa Valley Credit Union, we believe in the power of human connection. When you call us or stop in a location, you're always greeted by a real person who's friendly and ready to make your banking experience stress-free. This is Andy Harris. If you're tired of automated tellers, come see us at Coosa Valley Credit Union.
Find your next Kia at Jim Ellis Kia of Kennesaw. Save on new 2025 and 2026 models. Plus, explore a premium selection of certified pre-owned vehicles. View current specials at JimEllisKiaOfKennesaw.com. Jim Ellis Kia of Kennesaw, where you can always expect the best.
Football season and True Atlanta Fashion Renters Warehouse going big by stuffing 24 football puns in one ad. Hope your radio's got good reception, folks. Now huddle up and listen to their pitch. If you manage your own rental property, time out, time to sack yourself and bring in backups, because giving the ball to Renters Warehouse Atlanta a much better option. Tired of fumbling around, playing defense, and penalizing your family by working overtime? They've got the playbook for success. So just hand off your property management to them and kick back while they tackle the grunt work. Their special teams know how to handle the details and help you avoid the unnecessary roughness of managing a rental. They'll screen your tenants, make sure you receive the rent on time, and help you move maintenance calls to the sidelines. One extra point: once you see how Renters Warehouse Atlanta makes property management a snap, your happiness will spike. Don't take a knee. Take control. Go to rwatlanta.com today or call 404-662-2322. That's 404-662-2322. And that is good for Renters Warehouse Atlanta.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with low prices in every aisle. Kroger shoppers never compromise. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
It's BOGO week, so use your card for buy one, get one free deals on Kroger brand apple juice, Screamin' Sicilian pizza, and more participating items. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
We're thinking too much about how bad our favorite teams are. Come on, there's more to the world than sports. I am so glad that in my entire life, I have never had an itch to gamble. It's just not in me. But a season like this, where nothing is predictable, and there was a week, I think the week before this one in the NFL, where I think the underdogs won almost every game. The underdogs for a while, it may have changed now, but a couple of weeks ago, out of all the standalone night games, something like 7 out of 8 the underdogs won, or something along those lines. So if you're a gambler all the time with this stuff that's going on, it must be miserable. It must be miserable. But I don't want to get off on my gambling rant.
Well, there was a guy that he went viral before the World Series started. He bet, I think it was 100,000 plus part of the equity on his home on the Dodgers winning the World Series. And now look what might happen tonight.
I mean, can you imagine when you're watching these games and you've put your house? Does he have a family?
It looks like he's
Did he
had a
tell
family,
his
yeah.
wife before this? Look, they deserve it if both people in the marriage said, yeah, this is a good thing to do. Let's do it. My guess is
I don't think
the partner didn't know. Can you imagine watching a game and you're getting down to like the third quarter, middle of the third quarter, and obviously what you bet is not, and you bet your house on it?
I can't think of that.
I did.
No.
That's insane. And why would anybody now? If you're a gazillionaire, yeah, bet $100,000. You don't care. It's nothing to you to lose that. But so much of that is going on now. Don't get me on the gambling rant. It's so bad. It's getting to the point now where it started with social media with likes and then people. Okay, you get that kind of thing like, hey, I put up a post and a lot of people liked it, and like there was kind of like a payoff. And then when you get to the gambling sites, now what's happening is they're putting together sites that use all of that psychology on everything. Like we call it gamification. But in the future, when you think, if you're somebody who's familiar with that term, and think of it as gamblingification, because this gambling thing is going into like Robinhood and, people who do their investments on Wall Street through their smartphone.
You're talking about Poly Marketing Kalshi and
they're
betting
doing
on politics and
they're doing
sorts of
that, but
stuff.
also like banking kind of apps and things like that are now. It's coming very soon. There may be some that have them now, where you're going to have either your investment app or your banking app is going to have like a gambling wing to it. I mean, and so look for that in the future. If you stop in your mind seeing gamification, and when you notice these things, think gamblingification, because all of this stuff that the social media apps have learned about psychology and getting people addicted to things and all of that got thrown into the gambling stuff, FOMO, all of that. All got thrown into that, and now all of that is starting to go, and everybody wants to be the one-stop app. Every financial app, everybody wants to be the one-stop. So let's get gambling in here. I was watching a YouTube video. They were showing that on ESPN the day after the NBA gambling scandal story broke, or that morning, they showed a panel on the ESPN panel. And they're all lamenting this gambling crisis and the scandal. And down in the corner, while they're having this conversation, is a bug that says ESPN Bet on it. Like nobody even thought, you know what? For this one segment, it's what's happening to this country. It's not good. It's going to destroy a lot of lives, and a lot of people know that. But like with AI and all the trouble it can do, and displacement and everything. It can't be stopped because there's too much money to be made. That's more important than you and your needs. And you're just going to have to learn to navigate through this new world, because it's just going to be full of psychological algorithms that get you hooked to things that I guess seem fun. As it's like the front of the store is like, hey, we're having fun, but right behind that is like they're just like siphoning money out of your pocket.
That being said, since today is Halloween, if you go to Von King's right now, your $5 becomes $100 at Von King's
great.
right now.
It's like free money.
Well, you'd be crazy not to sign up. Von King's.
How can you not do that? Alex Williams says crashes are spoiling the ride on 85 in Gwinnett.
Yeah, got a few of them right now, Eric. We've had one lingering in the right lane, 85 northbound in Swanee, Highway 317, exit 111. That is why you're very slow back to Highway 316. 85 south also packs in right at Highway 316. Down to this crash in 2 left lanes at Beaver Ruin Road. Use Satellite Boulevard to avoid both. And we still have paving very late and a bad time of day to be doing it. Buford Drive right over I-985 in Gwinnett County. Buford Drive northbound is an absolute parking lot all the way back to Azalea Drive, which is south of I-85. Avoid that at all costs. We've also been watching a crash on I-20 over on the west side, Stephanie Stallworth.
Yeah, Alex, still working this thing here. It's I-20 as you travel inbound, getting over past Riverside Parkway. Vehicles on the left shoulder. Response taking out the left travel lane. Hopefully just for a little while longer. Looks like they're trying to finish things up for you. Delays begin as you head on past Thornton Road. They should start to ease once they get that lane reopened. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Stephanie Stallworth, 95.5 WSB.
The Findlay Roofing Chief Barking Officer Rufus has the zoomies. He's rolling over about saving you $1,000 bucks off your roof replacement. That's a lot of bones. Hey, it's Dave Baker for Findlay Roofing, the roof guys. Stop repairing the leaks and dragging your feet. For a limited time, save $1,000 on your roof replacement. Hurry, this treat ends on Halloween. Schedule your free roof analysis at FindlayRoofing.com.
Comcast Business can help turn your small business into a connected, secure, modern business. It's how retailers become constantly connecting must-visit shops. How restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How healthcare offices become the data-protecting caregivers that we all depend on. And how wealth management firms become cyber-securing guardians of your information. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, and Wi-Fi backup, your business can stay connected and get threat-ready with Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with our reliable business internet. Plus, stay connected when you add Wi-Fi backup for just $35 a month. And ask about a $400 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Call today. Restrictions apply. Wireless Connect requires business internet for additional monthly charge. Taxes and other fees extra. Prepaid card offer ends 11/16/25.
Hi, it's Tim Andrews from the Von Hessler Doctrine. You know that feeling. You open the mailbox, see that official IRS envelope, and your heart sinks. For business owners, a bank levy or wage garnishment can hit hard and fast. Waiting isn't a strategy. It only lets penalties and interest pile up. It's time to put the nation's best on your side. Forbes magazine reviewed tax resolution firms nationwide and ranked 5-star tax resolution #1. A real ranking based on real results. With over 17 years of proven experience and a flawless A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, their seasoned tax attorneys act immediately. They take over all IRS communication and build a strategic plan for the best possible outcome. Your next move matters most. Your consultation is 100% confidential and free, but the peace of mind? Priceless. Call 5-Star Tax Resolution now at 800-516-8408. That's 800-516-8408. Or visit 5startaxresolution.com.
WSB Atlanta, WSB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
It's 4:30. I'm Veronica Waters. The news this half hour brought to you by Hoffman Financial Group. WSB's top story. 2 federal judges today say the Trump administration must at least partially fund SNAP benefits using contingency funds, which are set to run out tomorrow. 1 in 8 Americans depends on the federal food aid. Some Americans, though, are willing to help. In the meantime, they've decided to hand out food along with candy to trick-or-treaters this Halloween. Casey Neufeld in Denver is handing out double treats tonight, along with some thoughts.
This
this government needs to remember that they serve the people. And I think that's been lost along the way.
The government is shutdown is in day 31 and will continue at least until Monday, as the Senate has already adjourned. The food pantry Solidarity Sandy Springs has already seen a huge increase in the number of families served.
So we have been adding, for the past couple of months, we've added over 100 new shoppers over the past couple of months.
And the pantry's Jennifer Barnes tells WSB she expects 100 more next week as SNAP benefits are halted during the shutdown. After a 4-day trial, 25-year-old Canton man is convicted on child sex charges involving 2 children. The Cherokee County DA's office says Chandler Reed Cantrell was found guilty of molesting 2 children for years. One child said it started while they were in kindergarten. Cantrell was found guilty of charges including rape, incest, and aggravated child molestation. His sentencing date is still to come. The deadly listeria outbreak tied to tainted pasta continues to grow. The FDA reports 2 additional deaths and 7 new illnesses, bringing the total to 27 people sickened and 6 killed, as well as 1 fetal loss. The pasta meals and pasta salads from Nate's Fine Foods were sold at major grocery chains across the country, including Trader Joe's, Sprouts, Kroger, and Walmart. 75 students from McNair High School are on the DeKalb campus of Georgia State's Perimeter College, getting today to see what higher education has to offer. This is all part of the university's Cradle to College program. Dr. Deborah Manson is director of the program and tells WSB.
They get to register for a class, talk to some college students to ask them questions, and then they attend a mini lecture, a little mini college course that's tailored just for them, and check out some of the support services we have on campus that help our students be successful.
Manson says after the events, students often say they are more excited about the prospect of going to college. A suspected terror plot has been stopped in Dearborn, Michigan by the FBI's Joint Terrorism Task Force. We've learned that 5 people have been arrested, including 2 teenagers. Correspondent Anna Schechter tells us it wasn't just luck that a member of the Joint Terrorism Task Force was in the online chat room when the suspected terrorists discussed their plans.
They were working a case over the last several months, and they knew where to be, and that's how this happened. But it is unclear if this was just chatter and if it was actually going to be a real thing or not. We also learned that likely charging documents will not be unsealed today. We're looking more towards tomorrow.
But the FBI stepped in when there was a reference made to Pumpkin Day, which they believed was going to be today, Halloween. The suspects are due for an arraignment this afternoon. We're learning today about Thursday's close call between a Delta Airlines jet and a commuter plane in Boston. Correspondent Alex Stone says it started when a Delta jet was cleared to land at Boston's Logan Airport while a commuter plane got permission to take off on an intersecting runway.
The Delta plane was just 125 feet from the ground when it got an order to pull up, and Cape Air was told to stay low to avoid hitting. Pilots of the commuter plane reacting.
What the heck?
The audio from liveatc.net. The Delta pilots reacting as they read back instructions to climb and turn.
Obtain 300 up to 3000, 263 heavy. That was close.
Alex Stone, EBC News.
If your Halloween plans include a scary movie or haunted house, a University of West Georgia psychology professor says this kind of fun fear is sometimes irresistible.
We're wondering about mystery, and we're wondering about spooky things and things that we can't sort of easily explain with normal, rational ways of thinking about the world.
Dr. Christine Simmons-Moore says it's a way to explore fear, but in a safe way because you know how the story is probably going to end. She says kids should be able to distinguish between reality and pretend scenarios before they are exposed to too much scary material. It's 4:34. The Von Hessler Doctrine is continuing shortly. It's time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. WSB Triple Team Traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Hey, Veronica, checking the trouble spots and slow spots around 285, the north side perimeter, 285 eastbound, brake lights leaving Georgia 400 over to Peachtree Boulevard. Then that southbound ride into Tucker and Clarkston jams up again, leaving I-85 down to Highway 78, the Stone Mountain Freeway. No fun around the airport. 285 westbound, very slow on the inner loop from I-75 with southbound outer loop delays starting at Langford Parkway, all down to where they're holding a right lane again, 85 south in Union City to clear up this earlier car fire before Flat Shoals exits 66. We also got our eyes on some trouble on I-20 over on the east side, Stephanie Stallworth.
Yes, that police activity activities still working out there if you're traveling 20 headed westbound. The activities before Glenwood takes out 2 right travel lanes. The cones have been out there. Delays begin right as you hit Flat Shoals. Use Glenwood or Memorial as options. From the Cool Lake Area Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz. Low 60s with sunshine this afternoon, 50s under a clear sky this evening, trick-or-treating, then mostly sunny on Saturday. It'll be a cold start, 40 in town, but mid-30s in the suburbs with some frost, high 65. Mostly cloudy by Sunday, a few isolated showers, low 46, high 63.
It is 64 degrees now at 4:36. More news at 5 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
WSB is your home of the dogs.
McCray the full and Frazier the tail.
Tune in tomorrow as Kirby's Bulldogs take on the Florida Gators.
Fake the toss and Gunner will throw it into the end zone. Tight end.
Pre-game begins at 11:30. Kickoff at 3:30.
Touchdown. Lawson Lucky.
Only on your home of the dogs, 95.5 WSB. Brought to you in part by Hoffman Financial Group, official partner of the Georgia Bulldogs.
The following is a paid commercial announcement.
This is Governor Brian Kemp. Georgians are used to affordable, reliable energy because of the good work of the Public Service Commission. As your commissioner, Tim Eccles secured a 3-year Georgia Power rate freeze and made sure our state's growth isn't hitting your wallet. Tim's keeping rates down and money in your pocket and standing against the Democrats who want hardworking Georgians to pay over $800 more per year. Keep Tim Eccles in the fight by voting early or on Election Day, November the 4th.
Georgians First Leadership Committee paid for this ad.
A DUI conviction could be life-changing. Get the DUI lawyer. GeorgeStein.com.
You gave years, maybe decades to your job. You showed up, worked hard, and planned for retirement. But now, the company's changed. Or maybe you've taken a buyout or been forced into early retirement. So, what happens next? I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. And if you've built up a 401k or thrift savings plan, now is the time to ask, is that money really working for you? Many workplace retirement plans offer limited options and even less guidance. At Trajan Wealth, we help people just like you roll over their accounts into IRAs with more flexibility and personalized investment strategies built around your goals. For households with $500,000 or more, let us build you a personalized plan. We operate on veteran values, service, trust, and doing what's right. Your next chapter starts now. Call Trajan today. 404-208-3300. That's 404-208-3300.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. See website for details.
I knew I'd get it. To follow up a little bit on what I was just talking about before the break, by the way, it was what I had seen on the essay that I saw on YouTube was from CoffeeZilla, and people should look it up. It's just basically, it's a new one that he's done where it's just he's just laying out everything that's going on with gambling in this country and where it's going, what the plans are, and really how dangerous it is. And one area that he gets into, which I'm beginning to think about, all of these multi-millionaire A-list stars that are doing commercials telling young people that they should be gambling their money away. Kevin Hart. I mean, it goes on. I mean,
Drake, Aiden Ross. All the,
yeah, it's
LeBron.
LeBron. There's no one. And I guess it's been a theme for the last couple of days. I don't know why. But this idea that we just don't give a damn about young people. Would you show up at Thanksgiving and tell everybody around the table, listen, kids, you need to gamble more of your money. Yeah. And you need to do it a lot, like every day. Don't just gamble on the game. Gamble on whether the next play is going to be a run or a pass. You need to be in it. Like, who would do that if you knew the young people that you were talking or cared at all about the young people that you were
for Thanksgiving? Will the turkey come out or the mashed potatoes
let's get
come
it going
out first?
Now. hey, little Jimmy, you're 7. You need to learn how this is done. And you have like all of the Kevin Hart is going to do just fine if he never did one gambling spot. And he goes on in other areas of his life about trying to help youth and inner cities. And then you turn around and you're basically, hey, as soon as it's legal, in some states, just 18, you should immediately, and they all know, of course, that people younger than 18 are doing it as well. They place bets with friends and stuff who can do it. it's an odd thing going on. And inside of it all, or even larger than that, are A-list celebrities or even like B-plus list celebrities all doing commercials now. I saw one with Timothy Chalamet. It's for like some Blue Moon cologne or something.
Chanel, yeah.
Just, and really, like, back in the old days, the biggest movie star would never do a television commercial.
They would go to Japan.
They would go to
and do
Japan,
that.
but why? Because they didn't want their audience to see it was below them.
Yes, but everyone's for sale now. Everyone has a price.
Like Timothy Chalamet right now, he's
hot. He doesn't need to do it.
He's the hottest like Hollywood thing there is, right? And it's not about need. It's like before they would be embarrassed because I'm not going to do TV commercials. I'm a movie star. Like that. I think Tom Cruise has always stayed that way, right? You're not seeing Tom Cruise pop up on Visa ads.
I can't think of ever seeing him in an
because
ad.
he
may have, but I don't know.
He comes from
Old.
that old kind of thing, even though he really gets going in the 80s, but he comes from that. And it used to be just kind of, it's interesting now. It kind of shows how there really are no levels anymore. I guess it's postmodernism or something. So there are no hierarchies. So you don't say being a movie star is better than being this, or I don't know. But no one can go too low anymore for whatever their status is.
Do you think it's because
Or there is no status. Like Timothy Chalamet is just like, I'm at a point in my life where I'm making money and I'm going to make as much money as I can, and that's all there is to it. Whereas a Timothy Chalamet, if he was emerging in the 70s, early 70s or something, he would be taught, no, don't be overexposed.
He'd be like De Niro.
Make sure you do this. But then not like the way De Niro became, where it's like, what, bad grandpa? Yeah,
I'll do it.
I owe taxes. Give me a,
I do have a question, though, with the Timothy Chalamet cologne that came out. I know that I saw it all over Paris when I was there about a year and a half ago, before it came here. So I wonder if it's not necessarily the star that's wanting it to be exposed here. I wonder if it's the companies when they sign these deals now.
But I'm saying is people, I'm sure that TV advertisers wanted, I don't know, name a huge star from the 70s. Brando. Well, yeah, well, he was never going to do it. he was
Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood.
Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, Clint Eastwood would not. I seem to. Did Burt Reynolds do magazine ads?
He may have. But I don't recall him doing TV
But yeah, like
spots.
Clint Eastwood. He would not show up in a Burger King ad.
No.
And now you wouldn't be surprised if Timothy Chalamet showed up in a.
Yeah, there's
like a Willy Wonka tie-in or something.
But in the 70s, you did see this. Bird's Eye.
Yeah, because those were fading stars from the past at that
Orson
point.
Welles.
I know, but he was not in the 70s. He couldn't get anything going. So that's the point. In order to get money, Orson Welles, some people think made the greatest movie of all time. By the 70s, he's got to do Bird's Eye peas, frozen peas. That's the idea. There'll be a hierarchy. Now, if Bird's Eye just went to Timothy Chalamet right now in his career, it's like, well, they got the money. All right, let's do it.
These are great.
You know what's interesting too is the advertisers infiltrate the smallest little niche, person that's doing skits on Instagram, and they'll run like a Dorito. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
And now is most of that based on the Instagram kind of channel, or do you see them on like during a football game or something in a commercial?
No, they'll do a full ad on their little channel.
Right, yeah. Because
I've been offered that
everything
on
is
TikTok,
niche.
and I don't even have that many followers, but I've been offered I could start doing ads.
Really?
Yeah.
Start doing it.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
you
looked at the
should.
products.
You're too good for Timothy.
No, I'll
you think
do it. You know how I'll do
Timothy
it.
Chalamet does this Chanel,
Yeah, the
whatever.
cologne. Yeah.
You think he's really wearing that?
No. Probably doesn't wear anything.
I'm sure he doesn't. He's a young artist. He smells like cigarettes. The way young, skinny artists are supposed to smell.
Oh, you know what? Kylie Jenner, the one who he dates, I'm sure that he gets a ton of skincare products.
Oh, well, that's true.
He's dating a Kardashian?
Yeah, Kylie Jenner.
Or a Jenner or whatever?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's dating her. So look for him to show up in a Pepsi ad soon.
I love it when he comes over to the house.
Bet you do, Caitlin.
Get along with young Timothy.
He's a great actor. I told him, come over. We'll watch some of my stuff. We watched some episodes of Chips.
And also, don't forget the big movie.
Yeah, which one was that?
Can't Stop the Music.
Oh, yeah,
with
Can't Stop the Music.
The Village People.
Oh, that was a great one.
Yeah, it is great. All I remember about that one is because it was on HBO in the early 80s. And I just remember there's a scene, I believe at the end. I can't remember them. Obviously, I don't remember what the plot was. But is it dead? Do I have to say Caitlin now if I'm talking about what he did in 1980?
No, he doesn't care if you talk about him the way he was.
Okay, he was a person called Bruce Jenner back then, and that's how I'm telling it that way because I was 16, and to me, this was a Bruce Jenner moment. They're on stage doing something, and it was so long ago, but I believe I have a memory that he rides like a riding mower onto the stage or something like that. And to wild applause. Like I can't remember anything else about the movie. Of course, people talk about this the Village People movie all the time.
Oh,
it's considered one of the greatest.
I love it. I've seen it 1,000 times, and that's why I liked Bruce. Now, Caitlyn Jenner, and I eat Wheaties.
Caitlin's been quiet in the news cycle there, Mr. President. You gotta bring her out more often.
She's getting old.
Yeah, I mean, she's not really the target demo I'm going after.
Right now. I just remember, what was it, Diane Sawyer? It was that interview.
Yeah, with the long hair.
Where he said that he was transitioning.
Yeah.
And she didn't blink an eye. But in that same interview, she said that she was a Republican, and Leslie Stahl almost fell off her chair. Like, you think, what is the big news here? I'm transitioning to a woman, doesn't bat an eye. When she says, I'm a Republican, Leslie Stahl's like, oh, my goodness gracious. Let's take a break. Can we... I don't know how to handle this.
I need 5.
Alex Williams says the ride is jam-packed through downtown.
Not to be surprised on this Friday of Halloween, Eric. Everybody trying to make that push home to get the kids out, and you're gonna be late if you're on the downtown connector because 400 southbound the Brake Lights Gym and right at Lennox Road, 75 just below Moore's Mill. Budget about 35 minutes to travel down to I-20, 75, 85 northbound is no better. That's a very slow ride from Highway 166 Langford Parkway up toward Freedom Parkway. Checking on new trouble in West Atlanta, 20 westbound around Langhorne Street. What's it looking like on I-85 through Gwinnett County, Stephanie Stallworth?
Well, it's at 85 southbound near Beaver Ruin. You're back in business now. Southbound had the crash as you headed through the areas in the left lane. You moved it off to the right shoulder. It's looking a little bit better for you there, but still lots of volume. Also, the paving work continues westbound Highway 20 Buford Drive over 985 around the Mall of Georgia. Takes down 2 right lanes. Lots of delays for you there. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Hey, if you and your family lost your SNAP benefits, the Mark Arum Show and WSB Radio want to help you out. Go to WSBRadio.com/SNAP. Tell us a little bit about yourself. And one lucky listener is going to win $1,000 in groceries, courtesy of 95.5 WSB.
Hi, I'm Dustin, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. I know finding a dream engagement ring can be overwhelming, but don't worry, we got you. As director of diamond sourcing, it's my job to make sure every single diamond at Shane Company is truly the best of the best. Our team travels the world to see diamonds up close, in person. We handpick each one for its unique fire, brilliance, and scintillation. Diamond buying is an art. Of course, we look at cut, color, clarity, and carat, known as the 4 C's. But that's not all. We also look at how each diamond looks on a hand, where it will be worn, how it makes you feel, and if it's worthy of a Shane Company customer. That type of expertise only comes from working for a company that's been a family business since 1929. We also think about your budget. We only pick the best in each grade in all shapes and sizes. Your diamond is guaranteed to be the most beautiful because a friend wants you to pick from only the best. Drop by your store or shaneco.com and see for yourself. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
You've thought about assisted living for your parents, but maybe the right answer is renovating your home and having mom or dad move in. I'm Richard, Chief Architect at Sketch House, where we create custom architectural drawings for homeowners looking to remodel. Why get drawings first? You'll know what's possible. You'll be able to get pricing and compare builders apples to apples, and builders love drawings. You'll get bumped to the top of their list with drawings in hand. Let Sketch House help you make a decision about your aging parents at a fixed price. Visit sketchhouse.com. That's sketch, HAUS.com.
New investigations break on Channel 2 Action News. We get problems solved, plain and simple. Every day we follow the facts.
Started digging, only to find...
Getting you the answers you need now.
We have live. Team 2 coverage.
Channel 2 never stops, advocating for you.
An investigation regarding your tax dollars.
We're more than just Atlanta's news.
A warning for consumers regarding...
We've got your back, all over North Georgia. See what's new, live, every day at 4, 5, and 6 on Channel 2 Action News.
1-877-CARS
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
The holidays are approaching, so let my friends at Publix help you save money by shopping on the buy one, get one deals each week. Hey, it's Mark Aram. Yeah, there are BOGOs galore at your neighborhood Publix supermarkets. I love going in there and just following the yellow brick road of BOGOs. Save when you shop with the latest buy one, get one free items, deals on your favorites, and make sure you check out the BOGO deals before you shop. You can find the weekly ad online at Publix.com or in the Publix app. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now.
800-575-2798.
Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call
800-575-2798. That's 800-575-2798.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Cooler temperatures mean planting time. Ashley Frasca for NG Turf, Atlanta's premium sod supplier. NG Turf offering Rebel Supreme Fescue and now Sunbelt and Southern Blue. Bluegrass blends that are cold hardy and keep their deep green color year round. Shop at ngturf.com.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Ever wonder why Big Wireless wants you on unlimited plan? They probably want you to cover the cost of those 20-somethings using all that data every month. But most people 50 and up like me only use 12 gigs or less. Don't get bamboozled by Big Wireless. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Our plans start at just $20, and we use the same towers as the big guys. Join the millions who choose something better, because if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
On the battlefield, there's a saying America's military men and women live by. Never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Off the battlefield, Wounded Warrior Project operates with the same goal. Wounded Warrior Project was created to help our men and women returning home with the scars of war, whether those scars are physical or mental. Wounded Warrior Project. We never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Learn more about what we do at woundedwarriorproject.org.
Monica Pearson for Superior Plumbing. Are you a plumber but looking for a better work-life balance? Superior Plumbing is looking for a few good plumbers to join their team. They offer a stable career with great pay and benefits. More importantly, you can build your career with a trusted company.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot. It's Halloween. So
appreciate George playing some Wednesday bumps there earlier in the show. That's a great Halloween.
I would never know. I would never know.
Never seen Danzig.
Never seen.
This is the Misfits.
Yeah, so it's Glenn Danzig.
Sales guy.
Yes.
Go out and find your own clients.
Little inside there.
All right. You do all the work. Let's bring it down a little bit. You know, it's a holiday. You know what that means to the audience? Maybe they don't know. That means the Von Hessler Doctrine. We get together and entertain ourselves.
That's right. That's right.
We get one day a year. Come on,
We're having fun.
Yeah, it's
That's
all
the
about
important
you.
thing.
Yeah, come on. Don't be so self-centered as an audience. It's always about you. Every once in a while.
Listen, Eric, the audience is right here. I'm pulling up this chair
That's
here
right.
for them.
Yeah,
They're come on. They're seated at the table. They're here with us.
You just won't get any of the references, but just laugh along with your friends. Don't be such a hard A. What is this?
It's already time to. Well, we got about a minute until.
I know, but what is this song?
Oh,
this is Halloween.
Yes, this is.
You know, I hate this. By the way,
why do you hate it? It's
I
fun.
hate
It's
radio
fun.
shows that play Halloween
but they're cool
music.
songs, though.
Oh, really? The Monster Mash?
Yes.
Hey, that's a classic.
Give me the Buck Owens classic that nobody had heard of until I turned him on to it. Monster Holiday.
Okay, come back with it.
Come back with Buck Owens.
It's a Monster Holiday.
We looked it up. Remember, Monster Mash was like top of the charts when it came out for a while.
Yeah. Well, people were dumber back then.
Don't forget Purple People Eater.
Is that a Halloween
Well, it's
song?
a monster.
Maybe we'll get to that one right before 7.
Don't hope so.
I'd like to have none. Thank you. If I was having my way. But apparently it's not my show. So let's give stuff away. We got Bryan Adams, for heaven's sakes. 2 tickets to see Bryan Adams on Thursday, November 6th at Gas South Arena. Be caller number 10 to 404-872-0750. Tickets are on sale right now at Ticketmaster.com. Alex Williams says there's unfortunately a crash on 575.
Yeah, it's up in Holly Springs, Eric, and at times they're holding all lanes. It's mostly working in the left lane, but at times holding all lanes to try to clear this up. 575 northbound at 6's Road, exit 11. Absolute parking lot back to Highway 92. I implore you to please use Highway 5 to avoid those delays. The express lanes will save you a little bit of time, but they won't get you all the way up to 6's Road. Elsewhere, if you're traveling I-20 westbound out of downtown, you're jammed in. They've been pacing traffic, I'm told, to clear some debris out of travel lanes right around Langhorne Street, so that's the reason for that slow traffic. That should start to recover soon. Earlier crash, 20 eastbound near Riverside Parkway has cleared over there in Cobb County. How are things looking on I-20 into Cap County, Stephanie Stallworth?
Well, Alex, that East Expressway got the afternoon volume. That's all in play as you head westbound out of Stonecrest over towards 285. Also, eastbound your outbound direction, you're below the limit as well. Leaving the perimeter, heading past Wesley Chapel on through Panola. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
By executive order from Rufus, the Findlay Roofing Chief Barking Officer, they're rolling over. Rolling out a $1,000 discount on your Findlay roof replacement. Hey, it's Dave Baker for the only roofer I answer the door for, Findlay Roofing, the roof guys. Stop repairing the leaks and dragging your feet. Now is the best time to replace that old, leaky, haunted roof and save 1,000 bones. Findlay has replaced over 65,000 roofs locally. That's no trick. It's just high-quality work, upfront pricing, and exceptional service. Findlay goes the distance. They're the extra effort experts, making sure you have a remarkable roof replacement experience. Findlay also has 0% financing available, and for a limited time, you can save $1,000 on your roof replacement. Hurry, you need to shake on this deal by Halloween. Schedule your free roof analysis at FindlayRoofing.com.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 30% upfront bonus? Or are they promising you up to 10% growth per year, all for your retirement income? If not, then you need to come to Trajan Wealth. I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. If you have a plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hardworking folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They're not. That's up to $30,000 upfront or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't keep working when you're supposed to be retired, and don't let any financial advisor tell you it's too good to be true. Call Trajan today. 404-208-3300. That's 404-208-3300.
Annuities, not advisory products. DBA Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
You know, every year there's that one house on the street that looks amazing. Well, this year it is mine. I'm Chris Chandler. Wise Guys Pro Wash keeps my home clean. Now they make it shine this holiday season. They install lights along my roof line so cleanly that even in daylight you barely notice them. Till I'm ready to plug them in, the whole house lights up then. Wise Guys Lights handles everything. Install, maintenance, and takedown. And right now, first-time customers who mention me, Chris Chandler, save $150 when installed before October 31st. Spots are filling fast. Don't wait. Book now at wiseguyslights.com.
Does it seem like it's getting louder and louder? Yeah, that's not supposed to happen. That noise is your garage door crying for help. Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage and Entry Doors. Our highly trained technicians provide 24/7 service, upfront pricing, and free estimates. We service all major brands. Our products are warranted, and our work is guaranteed. We will treat you like our only customer. When trust matters, trust us. All the number 4 Seasons Garages.com.
News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
It's 5 o'clock. I'm Veronica Waters. The news this hour is brought to you by Hoffman Financial Group. WSB's top story, terror. That's what a federal judge in Rhode Island says American families are feeling about the availability of funding for their family's food starting this weekend. He and a Massachusetts judge rule the law requires that the Trump administration tap into emergency funds to keep SNAP benefits flowing. Food stamps run out this weekend because of the shutdown stalemate on Capitol Hill.
Given this administration and its propensity to ignore the rule of law, I don't trust that they're going to follow this judge's ruling. I sure hope the Trump administration does not appeal.
Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro is one of the Democratic leaders who sued to challenge the SNAP shutoff. It's 64 degrees now in Midtown Atlanta. Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz says it is going to be quite chilly tonight, but with some clear skies. Also, we could see some frost overnight. Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast is coming up, along with what it's going to be like for you trick-or-treating. Long before any court ruling, local food pantries began bracing for a wave of new families in need next week.
The food pantry Solidarity Sandy Springs has already seen a huge increase in the number of families served.
So we have been adding, for the past couple of months, we've added over 100 new shoppers over the past couple of months.
That's the pantry's Jennifer Barnes. She says she expects 100 more next week as those SNAP benefits are halted during the government shutdown. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
6 witnesses, 5 exhibits, and a 4-day trial lead to a dozen child sex abuse convictions for a Canton man. The Cherokee County DA's office says jurors found 25-year-old Chandler Reed Cantrell guilty of incest, rape, and aggravated child molestation. The children told authorities Cantrell's assaults started when they were under 10 years old and lasted for years. One said they were in kindergarten when the molestation began. Cantrell's sentencing date is to be determined. 5 people, including 2 teenagers, are arrested as the FBI says it has stopped a violent plot in Michigan.
Sources say it was an ISIS-inspired group that was planning a Halloween attack. According to our sources, the teens had automatic weapons and were surveilled going to gun ranges and even had surveilled Cedar Point in Ohio for a potential attack there.
Gino Vici reports the suspects will be arraigned this afternoon. The Georgia chapter of the ACLU is demanding the Clayton County Jail address a host of issues they say are plaguing the facility.
Horrific is how ACLU of Georgia Legal Director Corey Isaacson describes conditions inside the Clayton County Jail. In a letter to Sheriff LaVon Allen, they describe problems with cleanliness and prisoners receiving inadequate medical care.
The problems that we're hearing just go on and really describe an environment in which no individual should ever be subject to.
Sheriff Allen tells WSB he takes all reports seriously, but says the ACLU's allegations are grossly exaggerated and untrue. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
Meanwhile, the ACLU says it will consider legal action if any problems there are not fixed. Some McNair High School students got to go to the DeKalb campus of Georgia State's Perimeter College today, getting a glimpse of what college is like. Dr. Deborah Manson is director of Cradle to College. She says this program lets kids see multiple areas of study.
We have an astronomy class, we have Africana Studies, a workplace writing class, we have nursing and chemistry and math.
There are 75 middle school students taking part today. If you watch Georgia football games on YouTube TV, you are out of luck, at least for now. You won't be able to see the Dogs face the Gators tomorrow, but you can listen to the game here on 95.5 WSB.
TV channels owned by Disney, including ABC and ESPN, are gone from the YouTube TV platform because of a contract dispute. YouTube claims Disney used the blackout threat to push for higher prices, benefiting its own streaming services like Hulu Plus. Disney says YouTube TV has chosen to deny subscribers the content they value most by refusing to pay fair rates for the channels. Subscribers will receive a $20 credit if Disney content remains unavailable for a long time. Amanda Moyer, 95.5 WSB.
It is 5:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. But first, WSB Triple Team Traffic is kicking off right here at 5:04. Alex Williams, what's that trick-or-treat commute looking like?
A little tricky out there, to say the least, Veronica. We've been dealing with a new crash, 285 northbound, the outer loop in Tucker, just north of La Vista Road, exit 37. That's been impacting the right lane, causing delays back into Clarkston. 285 east and southbound, waves of volume, leaving Georgia 400 out of Sandy Springs through Dorville, Dunwoody, Tucker, all the way down into Clarkston. And I'm checking on new trouble on the west side perimeter, 285 southbound. You're bunching up from South Cobb Drive. Looks like a new crash just before Hollowell Parkway. We'll see what's cooking there. We know it's slow through downtown this afternoon. Stephanie Stallworth.
Yeah, trying to get there. It looks like your 400 ride. Those delays begin back near Lenox Road for you as you head down, merging in with 85. Same for you in 85 South, getting to 75. And that whole connector ride down through your 20 exits, quite busy for you there. Northbound, jamming in from Langford as you're heading through the Grady Curve. From the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now, Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, brought to you by Shoemate, the official plumber of Atlanta. Here's Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz. All right, we'll get back to Brad Nitz's forecast in just a moment. Right now, it is 62 degrees in Midtown Atlanta, and we are coming back with the 5-day forecast in moments for you. Next news coming up at 5:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 3 of the Von Haessler Doctrine begins right now. Is this Buck Owens?
A little confusion there.
That's all right. That's all right. We'll take the Clash any day, right, George Stein?
That's right.
London is calling, and I live by the river. George Stein is here because it's time for Down by Law. Although we really don't have a name for it anymore because we don't have a sounder for it. We do have George Stein.
We still have a sounder. You just don't like to use it.
I don't use sounders anymore.
Right. But you can't say we don't have one.
I don't want the audience to be thinking, oh, that show, it never changes. No. We used it for, I don't know, 17, 18, 19 years. But then we decided, hey, that's enough. We got to move on a little bit.
What was so cool about the Down by Law sounder is it had kind of the same beginning as some of the other sounders. So it's like when you hit it, it's like, oh, what segment could it be?
What's coming up? What could it be?
There was a lot of mystery.
Got a very, George Stein here was... did you just walk here from the hairdresser or something? Your hair looks fantastic.
I got coiffed a couple days ago.
All right.
So I'm feeling good.
Is that what they're calling it these days? Jared Yamamoto. Of course, George Stein is a lawyer. How was your week of law?
It's good. I have a glide in my stride. I had a good week this week in court.
Glide in his stride. I like that.
Oh, yeah. Lots of justice was done.
That's right.
Well, it's good to know. It's good to know. George Stein's here to help us get to the bottom, maybe the legal underpinnings of some stories that are straight up legal stories, but maybe other stories that are just in the current events that have a legal ramification or two that we can delve into. What do you have?
All right, it's Halloween. Let's start with an odd one here. From ABC News, a woman is suing SeaWorld after she says a duck knocked her unconscious while riding the roller coaster.
First of
That
all,
happens.
First of all, when you said Sea World, I was like,
Yeah, I was thinking
something. Okay, what kind of place is this? So now this has happened. As soon as I saw this headline, I remembered
Fabio.
Yeah, but does anybody remember Fabio
It
anymore?
was a goose, and he was on the same thing, and it hit him right in the face.
Yeah, it was so Fabio. Do you know who that is?
I do know who Fabio is. Yes.
Okay, so he was famous in the '90s, and I guess he was on the cover of a lot of what do you call those romantic
Romance
novels. And then he became famous, and so they had it was a new roller coaster at some place in California, and the big sell was Fabio's going to be there, and he's going to ride the first ride, and he came around a corner, and a goose smashed him right in the head, and so when he came back, you didn't see that part, you just saw when the roller coaster came to an end, and he's got blood and guts all over his face.
No. Yeah.
So this has happened before. My guess, George Stein, is you take on risk like that when you get on a roller coaster, but...
I do.
No, I'm right.
Yeah, well, you're partially right.
You ever need a day off, I'll just go into court and do it for you.
I'm wondering if she had Aflac insurance.
This guy, where is the rim shot?
I was wondering if somebody told her to duck.
Wow. The George and George show.
All right.
Well, listen.
George and George, that podcast every weekend.
Whenever you invite patrons onto a theme park, you owe them a duty of care not to put them in an unreasonable risk of harm, okay? Mm-hmm. And a lot of times in the law, well, always in the law, there's something called causation. It's proximate causation. Whether or not, in this particular instance, independent intervening act was foreseeable or not. If the courts deem that it was foreseeable, then there's liability for the ducks. And the things that they would look at would be the proximity to water, which apparently in this case was close, and the speed of, the roller coaster and things like that. So that would create liability, and the theme park would have to pay. Now, if they deem that this independent intervening act was not foreseeable, then there would be no liability.
And that's the whole crux is going to be on that. So
Yeah,
is there a
yes.
pond that has ducks that's real close?
Yes.
Was it there before they built the roller coaster?
Yes.
I say sue them to high heaven. They knew it was going to happen eventually, and they didn't care, George. They didn't care. They said, a couple of people out of 1 million are going to get smacked in the face by dead ducks. But we don't care. We're going to build our roller coaster anyway. That's why lawyers come along and make them pay, right, George Stein?
That's right. Some justice.
How is it not an act of God, though? Like,
Well,
don't
if
they
you
have
build
an
it-
indemnification in the ticket when you buy it?
Sure. But I think if we go to extremes here, like if you build a roller coaster in the middle of a duck refuge, like
Well, ducks will go anywhere there's water.
I get that. What I'm saying is I'm trying to be extreme here to make
Yeah.
the point. If you were to build a roller coaster in a duck refuge and people started getting smashed in the face with ducks, then you would be live. Be like, hey, you should have known that if you build a roller coaster there. The question here is, this is maybe just a pond, and just because some ducks are there, it could still be something that's unforeseen.
Yeah, and I guess it would depend on the season too, maybe. But I think the theme park's going to, settle this one. It's kind of making them look bad.
Make it go away?
Yeah.
Like maybe you roller coaster rides for life?
Yeah,
That kind of thing?
well,
Without duck free. Duck free.
with a helmet. Yes.
What I'm concerned about when I read this story is that everyone's talking about the amusement park side, I guess SeaWorld side. They're also talking about her side. What about the ducks? What do they get out of this?
I'll tell you what.
What
they get
about
out.
the ducks?
He's dead.
I'll tell you, that's a dead duck right there.
That's right.
This happened once in NASCAR. Michael Waltrip was qualifying for the Daytona 500, and he came around out of turn 4, or just as he's coming out of turn 4. I think it's like the left front hits a seagull that's flying by, and I mean it just went everywhere. Like, how fast is he going? Almost 200 miles per hour. How fast was the seagull?
Yeah, seriously.
I will say this. I don't know about SeaWorld, but I don't have anything with the. Now I know ducks aren't high flying birds necessarily, but whenever a bird like hits a windshield, I never feel bad for the bird because this is the way I look at it. You've got the whole sky.
Why are you playing games flying in front of cars?
Yeah, what are you doing? You've got the whole. Okay, you get up to a certain point. Now you got the airplanes and stuff, but you basically, as a bird, you have the whole sky. I'm driving around a corner. What are you doing there? So I think because of that, I have to extend that out to the ducks.
You are cold-blooded.
Avoid the roller coaster.
You are cold-blooded. You are not bird-friendly.
How do those ducks not know there's a roller coaster there?
Well,
they hear it all the time.
Maybe they're being chased by a predator.
Well, then if the roller coaster,
flying predator?
if that lady's face, if that lady's face hadn't gotten him, the predator probably would. So look, that duck was going to die.
Yeah.
No sympathy for the duck.
You remember when Randy Johnson was pitching?
Oh, that's
Yes.
great.
He hit a seagull and it exploded from his pitch.
yeah. So they're going to hold that team responsible.
Yeah. I was surprised she was only asking for $50,000.
She's dumb.
Yeah. So.
She doesn't realize.
Or she knows
You ask for the moon.
They'll settle.
That's right.
So they'll still settle.
Should've
But
been.
maybe you get 75 if you're not an idiot and say, I only want 50.
Oh, you're going to ask for $250.
Yeah, right. She needs you.
That's
Yeah,
right.
George, get on this case, man.
Besides, I would be like, hey, this destroyed my life.
Well, she was knocked out cold.
Yeah, she needs more than $50,000. I think she needs $1 million.
She didn't even get a chance to
make her
enjoy the
whole.
ride.
Yeah, and that, we're not even talking about that. Quality of life, am I right? Quality of life?
That's right, too. And there's psychological damage.
Heck, are you kidding me?
That's right.
She probably can't even go to an aviary for the rest of her life.
She can't go to a Chinese
She was
restaurant
frightened.
anymore.
That's right.
Crispy duck.
She can't go to KFC.
Well, they don't sell duck.
Well, it's a bird.
Yeah.
You know, it's duck. KFC is duck adjacent, and you know it.
I know.
I got to say,
So
the most.
This guy's been in the Colonel's pocket for years.
Oh, I did that with some native advertising there, Tim. I know what you were doing.
That's right. That's what he does.
Now the most
It's a
viral
side hustle. He makes millions of dollars.
Yeah, and then I spend it all that day,
Yes.
which is why I always have to borrow money.
Well, I've been telling you, you want to save your millions, but you don't listen.
Well, I love FanDuel.
Who doesn't?
the Colonel's secret. They're one of the most viral costumes of this year is a girl that is the bird that Randy Johnson hit. Like it's been I keep
Really?
seeing
This
it.
year?
This
yeah,
year?
This year, yeah. It's because it's come out of nowhere.
Didn't it happen like
decades ago.
That's what I'm saying. Like I think somebody revived it, and
Right.
now I'm seeing it.
Hey,
I've
Randy,
seen it.
these people. Hey, you're a meme now. He's like in some home for
What's a
old
meme?
baseball players. Huh?
not
Yeah,
that
you're
old.
yeah,
Not
you're
that old.
I don't
Not
know,
that old.
I'm just using it as an example. You're a meme now. Hey, who was at the Dodgers game the other day? What's his face? The pitcher, Sandy Koufax. And I tuned in, and just the very end, I saw literally the bottom of the eighth to the end, and like, he's like 94 years old.
Yeah.
So like him, like somebody walked up to him like, "Hey, you're a meme." Huh?
What?
Hey, the kids are talking. Hey. Yeah. But there's a controversy amongst Dodgers fans because Prince Harry and Meghan were in row 2, and the great Sandy Koufax was in row 3.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
I think it's wrong to put Sandy Koufax there because if I was a Dodgers pitcher and it's the like real stressful moment and I'm trying to get out of this inning,
Yeah, you're looking at the greatest of all time.
The greatest of all time right in front of me. It's just going to make it worse. Alex Williams says there's a travel advisory on 285 on the west side.
Yeah, 2 left lanes knocked out on the jam cam here, Eric. 285 southbound, the outer loop before you get to Hollowell Parkway, exit 12, and it is really slowing the ride all the way back up into Smyrna Vinings. Delays start right around Paces Ferry Road, exit 18. If you can work your way over to South Cobb Drive, you can take that down to Bolton Road or Hollowell Parkway and re-enter 285 southbound. Over into Cobb County, it looks like maybe that right lane trouble's still there. 285 northbound, the outer loop in Tucker, just north of La Vista Road. Southbound delays from I-85 down to Memorial Drive, exit 41. Hadn't been fun on 575 in Cherokee County, Stephanie Stallworth.
Now, been a whole headache for you out there. Got a couple of snags for you along the way. First one was at Sixes Road, headed northbound, now on the shoulder. In the backup, though, that secondary crash right near Highway 92. Use Highway 5 or the express lanes if you have your Peach Pass today. This report brought to you by Blindster.com. Blindster.com is a family business making custom blinds, shades, and shutters. Give them a try. See why over 1 million windows have trusted Blindster. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
WSB is your home of the dogs.
McCray the full and Frazier the tail.
Tune in tomorrow as Kirby's Bulldogs take on the Florida Gators.
Fake the toss and Gunner will throw it into the end zone. Tight end.
Pre-game begins at 11:30. Kickoff at 3:30.
Touchdown. Watson Lucky.
Only on your home of the dogs, 95.5 WSB. Brought to you in part by Hoffman Financial Group, official partner of the Georgia Bulldogs.
Fall is a busy time, and selling your home can be overwhelming. Get a guaranteed cash offer from Mark Spain Real Estate and sell your home stress-free and for the most money. Hi, it's Chris Chandler. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
I'm here with Chris Hoffman, the founder of Hoffman Financial Group and host of Money Unleashed right here on 95.5 WSB. Well, Chris, as you know, time just keeps on ticking. We're putting another year under our belt, so it seems like a really good time to take stock of our financial lives and put together that plan that's built to last.
There are occasions throughout the year where I feel like it's critical for people to engage their financial lives and get the information that they deserve from a financial advisory team. And this is one of those times, to be quite frank. So we ask that you call us if you have a minimum of $500,000 in your full portfolio. But we're going to do away with that minimum so that those folks can have an equal opportunity to understand what's in their portfolio as well. Now, you have to have some money, right? I can't help you to build your wealth at work, right? But I sure can help, I believe, with your 401k, IRA management. There's probably 2 or 3 things that'll surprise you that you may want to take action on. So the next 10 people that call in, we'll work up either a portfolio x-ray, or if you feel like you need a full retirement plan, go to unleashyourmoney.com, click on portfolio x-ray, or click on full retirement plan. We think you'll be impressed enough, and we want you to become a client. There's no question about it. We believe that we are a very competent fiduciary advisory team, and we want to offer that to our listeners. Let Hoffman Financial Group actually show you how we perform, and I believe we perform at the pinnacle of this industry.
Call the Hoffman Financial Group at 404-737-3858, 404-737-3858, or online at unleashyourmoney.com. Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Wealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Hoffman Financial Group Incorporated, Georgia Insurance License number 163546.
Darker commutes, wet leaves, slick roads. It's a messy mix, and autumn accidents are certain. Hey, it's Smiler Mark McKay. If you get hurt in a wreck, don't go it alone. The Strong Arm, John Foy and Associates, will fight to get what you deserve with zero upfront costs.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, owner at A1 Garage Door Service. Most repairs are simple, but if left untreated, they can turn into costly repairs. Your garage door works hard every day, and a little maintenance goes a long way. We fix garage doors fast with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. From repairs to upgrades, it's A1 from day one. Call A1 Garage Door Service, and you'll be smiling today.
A1Garage.com, A1 from day one.
It's the Medicare Advantage annual enrollment period, and Humana knows not everyone has the same needs when picking a Medicare Advantage plan.
Now that I'm retired, I want to enjoy the life I've worked hard to build. So I want a plan that covers me when I'm traveling the country.
Humana has a plan for that.
As a veteran, I want a plan that fills in the gaps my VA coverage doesn't provide, like dental care.
Humana has a plan for that.
I feel good about my health. I just want care and coverage with predictable costs. No surprises.
Humana has a plan for that. With a Humana Medicare Advantage plan, you get coverage and benefits that focus on what matters most to you. Learn more at gethumana.com. Humana, a more human way to healthcare. Humana is a Medicare Advantage HMO and PPO organization with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in any Humana plan depends on contract renewal.
All right, George Stein. Yeah, it's Halloween. Enough! Oh, it is. I'm sorry, this is my hat.
Oh.
Sorry, no, Buck Owens, here you go. My neck. Here comes Hunchback. Why? 855-444. It's a monster's holiday. All right, that's it. That's the one Halloween song I got into when I was like 8 years old. George Stein, tell people how they can get more George Stein.
Yes, in your time of need, if you want a battle-tested lawyer, we focus on two things. Been arrested for a DUI and want an excellent defense, go to georgestein.com. Been in a motorcycle accident, if somebody's caused you to lay your bike down, go to steelhorselaw.com.
Not a legal question, but what the hell's going on with your Dolphins?
Yeah.
Now, why couldn't we have gotten that Dolphins team last Sunday?
You did. That's the point. You did. Why, just like the
Pain.
Bills got the real Falcons. It says more about us than them.
Pain, pain, pain.
Ready to fire people? Your GM just got fired, by the way.
Okay, so that happened. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's what Jared told me.
They agreed to mutually part ways.
Oh, who cares?
Different
He's
than
gone.
firing.
Yeah, you're fired.
He's gone.
What about the coach?
The coach, they haven't
Coach is
fired
still
him yet.
there.
Now, here's the thing. This is not a sports show, George Stein. But
Yes.
I know you're from the Miami area. You're a big Dolphins fan. The thing is, I think they should get rid of McDaniel too. But then again, who's out there? Who's going to replace him? Who's going to be better? You got to ask yourself that. Secondly, I think you could blame stuff on the GM. Like, this guy has not done a good job stocking that team. So many, he paid Tua Tagovailoa $245 million. He could have had him this year for 23 and had another franchise year next year, and just a lot of different people that just a lot of money. I don't think he was a good GM. Now, I don't think McDaniel's a great coach, but I think the GM is worse.
Yeah.
So I could see where maybe the owner of the Dolphins is thinking, let me just see if this guy can coach, if I can get somebody to give him some players and some stability and have a budget that, works, have, not always being over the cap. I don't know. But this is not a sports show. So
Yes.
I'm just, listen, as a Bills fan, we've been eclipsed by the damn Patriots again already. Did we miss our window? Huh? Did we had it wide open? Bill Belichick lost his
Hot
mind.
take.
He was terrible for a few years, but now all of a sudden, here they are. They're back, and we didn't get one damn ring in the meanwhile.
Hot
so
take, nope.
I like making fun of you because you're a Dolphins fan in the same division, because I feel like as if my life as a sports fan is just cursed. So I'm just making fun of you because I'm just rolling it downhill.
For the Von Kings players out there, hot
Yes.
take from J-Rad here. I think the Falcons take care of business this week. They're going to
I hope
surprise
they lose.
the
They're going to beat them in the playoffs.
surprise
No.
the
He's
NFL
talking
world.
about Falcons
Oh, the
against
Falcons?
New England.
I think the Falcons
They
squeeze
would
it
do
out.
the Bills a favor.
I would love that.
They win by 3 on the road. I got a
All
weird
right.
feeling.
All right. Yeah, but you know what you know? You know what you figured
What do I
out?
know? What do
I'll
I
tell you
know,
you
Eric? What do I
What
know?
you know is if you're wrong, nobody cares, and they don't hold it against you.
No,
I
they
love these
hold it.
predictions. The prediction people is like, this is what I want. When they're on TV and they're predicting who's going to win the game, if you're wrong, you get fired. Then you would see people. There's no downside. You go on TV, you predict something. If you get it right, you're a hero. They usually get them wrong, and nobody says anything. They go on to the next week, and then people listen to them. George, I think I've filibustered us out of any more legal stories.
Got all these legal stories lined up.
You want to stick around for another segment?
Sure.
I mean, are you busy?
No, I'm not.
You don't have a tie on, so there's no more court this week.
That's right.
Are you the kind that opens the door and gives out the Halloween candy and all that?
No, I turn the lights off.
Oh, no. Really, George?
That's what I do when my wife's out of town.
Go
But she's in
away.
town now, so go.
We don't have any candy. You want some beer? Give your dad this beer.
Alex Williams says there's a travel advisory on 575.
Yeah, can't catch a break this afternoon, Eric. This is in Woodstock. Crash 575 northbound. Right at Highway 92, exit 7. Traffic only sneaking by on the right shoulder. Heavy delays back to Bells Ferry. Go ahead and use Highway 5 or the express lanes. That will save you some time if you have a Peach Pass. 75 northbound, little sluggish between Kennesaw and Ackworth from Barrett Parkway up to Highway 92. We also have a travel advisory on the west side perimeter, Stephanie Stallworth.
Yeah, still working really hard on this crash out there. 285 headed south as you head down towards Hollowell. 2 left lanes taken down for you there. It's quite a slow ride as you head through the scene. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Do you have any idea how often I have used Omaha Steaks products on my front porch for my friends and family? You know, I have guys over on Sunday nights. We watch football, drink some bourbon, have cigars, and I cook. And very often it's a steak platter, and I get it from Omaha Steaks. I make some bread, usually focaccia, and then I'll get the New York strips from Omaha Steaks, maybe some sausages as well, and throw them on the grill and just mix it with the bread. And it's easy to do, and Omaha Steaks makes it so easy. And you can do it too. And right now, get $35 off at Omaha Steaks with promo code ERIC at checkout. Terms apply. See site for details. You go to omahasteaks.com. You know, and they're the official sponsor of tailgating right now. It's the perfect time of year to watch football and grill out from Omaha Steaks. I do it. You can too. You go to omahasteaks.com right now. Get $35 off with promo code ERIC, E-R-I-C-K, at checkout. That's omahasteaks.com.
Hi, I'm John Ray, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. Getting engaged? So friends, listen up. Shane Company engagement rings are protected with our all-inclusive free lifetime warranty. We stand behind the same quality we've offered since 1929. Our rings are crafted to last. It's why our warranty is the only one that protects your center stone. We also cover repairs, resizings, cleanings, and so much more. That's money you keep for you and your family. Because a friend always has your back. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
You know, every year there's that one house on the street that looks amazing. Well, this year it is mine. I'm Chris Chandler. Wise Guys Pro Wash keeps my home clean. Now they make it shine this holiday season. They install lights along my roof line so cleanly that even in daylight you barely notice them. Till I'm ready to plug them in, the whole house lights up then. Wise Guys Lights handles everything. Install, maintenance, and takedown. And right now, first-time customers who mention me, Chris Chandler, save $150 when installed before October 31st. Spots are filling fast. Don't wait. Book now at wiseguyslights.com.
Hi, it's Tim Andrews from the Von Hessler Doctrine. For a business owner, a bank levy or a wage garnishment isn't just a headache. It's an emergency threatening your livelihood. When the IRS moves, they move fast. Waiting is not a strategy. It only lets penalties and interest eat away at your bottom line. You need the nation's best battle-tested pros on your side. 5-Star Tax Resolution was ranked #1 by Forbes magazine. proving their commitment to real results. They're also featured in Fortune and maintain a flawless A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Their expert tax attorneys are your financial lifeline. They build a strategic plan to protect your business, stop the threat, and fight for the best outcome. Stop the bleed now. Your consultation is free and completely confidential. Call 5 Star Tax Resolution now at 800-516-8408. That's 800-516-8408. Or visit 5startaxresolution.com.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
It's 5:30. I'm Veronica Waters. The news this half hour is brought to you by QC Kinetics. WSB's top story: 2 federal judges ruled the Trump administration must keep the spigot on for Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program known as SNAP, and must do it as early as Monday and let judges know how the plan will be carried out. They say the law requires that the funding keep going during the shutdown. Roughly 42 million Americans rely on these benefits for food. The judges ruled the USDA has to use contingency funds available. Now, correspondent Tarian Small is on Capitol Hill.
At the same time, there's dueling legislation by senators. One Republican and Josh Hawley and several Democrats are coming together to sponsor bills that would essentially fund the program throughout the duration of this government shutdown.
Republicans on Capitol Hill have argued only Congress, though, can keep these programs going. It's not just the SNAP benefit stoppage throwing Americans for a loop this weekend. The government shutdown face-off comes as Democrats insist on saving the subsidies which help people afford health care. Without those, people will have sticker shock tomorrow when Affordable Care Act signups open.
You get your insurance through the Affordable Care Act, also often called Obamacare. We're already hearing from Americans who say they're looking at their premiums double, in some cases quadruple.
Correspondent Jay O'Brien says Republicans have said they are willing to have negotiations on health care prices, but only after the government reopens. Gwinnett County Police are on the scene of a homicide at 1625 Pleasant Hill Road. Appears to be a very busy shopping center in that area. They say that they are still talking to witnesses. No information yet on any suspects or whether or not this there is a continuing threat, rather, to the public. The ACLU calls on Clayton County Sheriff LaVon Allen to make some serious changes at the county jail. They have sent a letter detailing what they call inhumane and unconstitutional conditions. Legal Director Corey Isaacson says,
"We have gotten numerous reports from community members in recent months about conditions in the Clayton County Jail that are horrific."
She says those reports include that there are problems with sanitation and medical care. Sheriff LaVon Allen tells WSB he takes reports seriously, but he believes that the ACLU's allegations are grossly exaggerated and untrue. He has told them they can come by for a visit without notice anytime, and they can come in and see for themselves. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers says several parks and day-use areas around Lake Lanier are closing this weekend due to the ongoing government shutdown. Campers are being asked to leave by 3 p.m. tomorrow. Now, the affected parks include the Van Pugh South Campground, the Little River Day-Use Area, and Buford Dam Park. Gates will be secured, and ungated areas will be clearly marked as closed. YouTube TV subscribers won't be able to watch the Georgia-Florida game tomorrow.
However, you can listen to the game on the radio. A contract dispute between YouTube TV and Disney means channels like ABC and ESPN are off the platform. Disney says YouTube TV has chosen to deny their subscribers the content by refusing to pay fair rates for the channels, while YouTube claims Disney used the blackout threat to push for higher prices, benefiting its own streaming services like Hulu Plus. As the two companies sort out the details, you can catch the game on your home of the Dogs. Our pregame coverage begins at 11:30, kickoffs at 3:30. Amanda Moyer, 95.5 WSB.
The FBI announces arrests in Michigan today in what they say was a plot to carry out a terrorist attack.
Law enforcement sources say the suspects took firearms training, and law enforcement stepped in when the suspects mentioned Pumpkin Day, which they believed was a reference to Halloween.
Correspondent Olivia Rubin says among the 5 suspects are 2 teenagers. Want to see a dead-smelling flower? The New York Botanical Garden is streaming the unpredictable and brief blooming of the corpse flower, which is said to smell like death. Many say it's like rotting meat. Garden goer Danny Caldas has her own take.
Like a New York City summer night
behind the dumpsters.
The corpse flower does not have a blooming season, so when it's open, it's a pretty big deal, and it only lasts for 48 hours max. You can see it, sans smell, on the NYBG's live stream. It's 5:34. Live team coverage of traffic and weather starts right now with WSB Triple Team Traffic and Alex Williams.
Hey, right now, Veronica, it is still messy out there where we have our travel advisories like the one up in Woodstock, crash 575 northbound, I should say, at Highway 92, exit 7. Only squeaking by, single file on that right shoulder. Heavy delays back to Chastain Road, Highway 5, or the express lanes with the Peach Pass could save you some time. Bell's Ferry is pretty filled in. I wouldn't recommend that. Georgia 400 northbound. A few brake lights. Might be a crash there in Sandy Springs. I'm going to look for that. 400 northbound right around the North Springs MARTA station, keeping you on the brakes as you leave Abernathy Road, exit 5. Also going to take a look at the ride on I-85 toward Gwinnett County with the help of Stephanie Stallworth.
All right, mainly that volume ride for you now as you travel 85 north and south between Spaghetti Junction and 316. Also, the volume ride as you travel northbound, a little bit busier though, northbound past 316, heading up to 985. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now, Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official plumber of Atlanta. Here's Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz.
Clear and chilly this evening, falling through the 50s into the 40s. We'll bottom out at 40 in town and mid-upper 30s in the suburbs for a Saturday morning low. Frost advisories in effect. Then mostly sunny and a high of 65. On Sunday, partly cloudy early, becoming mostly cloudy with some isolated showers. Low 46, high 63. And on Monday, partly cloudy, low 44, high 64. Now my 5-day forecast for Tuesday and Wednesday. Sunny both days, chilly mornings, low 45. Tuesday, high 70. Wednesday, low 43 with sunshine. We'll top out at 72. Recapping the forecast for this evening, clear and chilly, falling through the 50s. I'm Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz, 95.5 WSB.
It's 62 degrees now in Fayetteville, 62 in Ackworth, and 63 in Midtown Atlanta at 5:36. More news at 6 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
Fall is a busy time, and selling your home can be overwhelming. Get a guaranteed cash offer from Mark Spain Real Estate and sell your home stress-free and for the most money. Hi, it's Chris Chandler. With Mark Spain Real Estate's guaranteed offer, you can receive the strongest cash offer in the industry and move when you're ready. Mark Spain Real Estate has more than 13,000 five-star reviews, so you can trust the top real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home quickly and for maximum profit. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Do you have an unused vehicle sitting in your driveway? Imagine turning it into a new beginning. When you donate your car, truck, or van to Tommy Nobis Center, you're helping people with disabilities get the training and support they need to enter the workforce and build successful careers. Your vehicle donation fuels real change, giving people a chance to achieve independence and purpose. And it's easy. We'll handle everything from pickup to paperwork. Plus, it's tax deductible. Donate today at TommyNobisCenter.org. Make a difference, one vehicle at a time.
You fell in love with her because she's unlike any other woman in the world, so why settle for an ordinary engagement ring you could find almost anywhere? Well, I know a place where you can design your own custom engagement ring. Terra Fine Jewelry Company. At Terra, the styles and designs are endless, and their expert jewelers make it easy to bring your personally designed engagement ring to life. Your bride-to-be deserves more than a cookie-cutter engagement ring, so explore the vast options of custom design rings at Terra Fine Jewelry Company in Beaufort, Georgia. Terra Fine Jewelry Company.
My name is Maria. Okay, I lied, it's Mary. But I'm feeling more European after my European-style holiday on MSC Cruises. The ristoranti, I mean restaurants, nightlife and shops in La Galleria, and of course, American touches, like a sports bar and water slides. Ah, bellissimo. Okay, this is a problem.
Book now, starting from $199, plus kids sale free. MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
All right, George Stein. Here's I was thinking of this. So, I know that you care about your appearance. You're always looking good. You always dressed well. Hair's always perfect.
Thank you.
Somehow.
Jealous?
Yes, because the hair is there. I'm jealous of anybody who can age and keep their hair. But let's say here's a dilemma, maybe a George Stein dilemma. If I'm English, whatever, I say, listen, George, we will double the amount of money you make every year to come to England, get your certification or whatever you call it, and practice law in England. But you get double all the money, but you do have to wear a powdered wig every time you walk in. What at that point, George Stein, would you be willing to wear a powdered wig in order to double your money?
Just double it with the tax scheme they have there. And
okay. Let's say when all is said and done, at the end of the year, your take home, you end up with double the money.
Well,
would you put a powdered wig on?
Probably not the way things are going in England right now.
But there, you said you could. Have you ever done that? Like when you were in law school, did they ever have like mock-up things and you put those stupid wigs on and
no, we just sort
pretend to be a barrister?
We sort of snickered at it.
Yes,
so.
they still do it, right?
Yeah, the British lawyers are very smart. I mean, they have barristers and solicitors. The barristers are the more sophisticated trial lawyers.
Okay.
And the solicitors are more.
And do you what happens? Do they have one wig? Do they have 3 or 4? They move them around?
I think it's optional now. But
you don't have to wear them anymore.
I think the judges wear them.
What was that all about?
In Australia too, it's
lice
tradition.
Wasn't about. Was there a lot of lice in courtrooms back then?
People would cut their hair so they wouldn't get lice, and then they would wear these fashionable wigs.
Oh, but why did it end up being a court thing? Is what I don't understand. Because it was like top of the line. People wore the best wigs, and at some point it became status, right? So I better be careful around this guy. He's got a wig. That means he's important.
Like all of the founding fathers wore them.
Yeah, there's
most of them.
A lot of bald judges.
ChatGPT says that they were used to symbolize authority.
There it is, and that's the black robes here, right? For some reason,
yes.
The same thing. This guy's in a black robe. That means they're in position of authority. Better watch yourself around this dude.
That's right.
Or gal.
Some judges wear colorful robes nowadays too.
Yeah, that's the problem. We don't need modernized robes. If anything, I think we need. You know what? When it comes to a lot of things in this country right now, including the law, a little more analog, a little less digital. What do you got next?
Well, this is a great story from the Smoking Gun, and it's not from the state of Florida. A New Jersey woman has pled guilty to the 4 a.m. torching of a man's home after he fell asleep inside and stood her up on a booty call.
My favorite part of the story, George, is if you read down, he said that, so she called him.
Texted
him.
Said hello.
She said hello. So she's kind of his side piece.
Yes.
Right? They've been kind of seeing each other. And so she texts hello, and then what does he text back?
Bring your ass.
Bring your ass. So this is the relationship. And so she brings said ass. You like that legalese? She brings said ass. And he falls asleep. She gets mad outside. She's texting him like, hey, you're wasted money. Come out here. And then he was asleep. And then she went down to a gas station.
That's right.
Yeah.
Got some diesel and set the thing on fire. He almost
lighter
died.
fluid, matches, and a cigarette lighter.
He had to remove a window or something to get out. So my guess is that she is guilty and is going to pay.
Yes, they say hell has no right like that of a scorned woman, and apparently she got mad when he didn't answer the door, and she made her trip there, and
she brought her ass, but he wasn't there.
I mean, it doesn't sound like he went to charm school either, but
bring your ass.
It didn't bother her at all.
Do you think while they were in court, her lawyer said, "Your Honor, I would like to point out that she did bring her ass. She did her part.
She did."
I don't think you can see her as the bad guy in this scenario.
Now, if there's a jury, there's going to be one who goes, well, she brought her ass.
Look, can you imagine being back in the jury room?
It's like a breach of contract.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yes.
And the transaction was, well, she's got to bring it, and she brought it.
Right, but unfortunately, there's a criminal statute called aggravated arson.
Oh, no.
Apparently, the whole house went up on fire, and the door was blocked by fire, and he had to bust through a window to get out of there.
I guess he had to remove the entire window. Like he didn't just smash it.
The frame.
He had to remove the frame.
Damn.
So she's facing 8 years in prison.
And then he texts after that. He texted her back and said, "Don't bring your ass."
Yeah.
Because at that point he says this relationship probably is not good.
Oh, at that point he's up.
Yeah, I hope
he is awake.
Yeah. Well, he'll find another woman to bring it.
Bring it back.
Yeah.
Wonder if he'll visit her in jail.
Then, bring yo. I'm thinking if the conversation goes back and forth with the same sort of vernacular. So that's something that we try to teach here, George, and we want the young ones to know, don't do that because it's against the law. You can't burn somebody up because they fell asleep before your booty call went down, right? That's right. The law, right?
I mean, we all have impulses.
That's right.
But you have to think twice. That's why we have a frontal lobe.
Yes.
And, if you have an impulse disorder, a lot of times it gets you in trouble.
Doesn't it make, because that's the thing is, if she had been, I'm not saying she would have had a case here or there, but if it had been right in the moment, right? It's a little more, she's mad, she does something stupid. But that thing where you go down to the gas station, you pay for the diesel, you bring it back, that's where you really get in trouble, right? With intent.
It's called premeditation.
Exactly. All right, well, George Stein, you have another one?
Well, I was going to say, I think if there's a theme today, sex and the law don't mix. So we can end on this one here. A Democrat
that's
law.
not true.
I guess it depends on who the lawyer is. A Democrat lawmaker, headline from the Daily Mail, Democrat lawmaker secretly filmed critic in bed with man trying to silence her, prosecutors say.
Yeah, okay, that's a little too much to lay on the table, and then we go to a break. Because that is well, now you put it on the table. You're stuck, George.
Okay.
Sit your ass. Alex Williams says 285 is slow out of Smyrna.
Yeah, we're still watching this travel advisory crash, Eric. 285 southbound, the outer loop before Hollowell Parkway exit 12, which has put that slow ride back in place through Smyrna as you leave the Truist Park area. Work your way over to South Cobb Drive or South Atlanta Road. You can scoot over to Bolton Road and hop back on 285 south. Now we have 285 northbound inner loop trouble before South Cobb Drive, exit 15. That's in the left lane, slowing the ride back toward I-20. And still a mess on 575 northwest of town, Stephanie Stallworth.
Yeah, still really tough where you headed northbound. That crash working near Highway 92. Everyone's getting off onto the right shoulder to get around that. Both the travel lanes are blocked as you head that way. Still waiting for some tow trucks to arrive on the scene. From the Cool Lake Area Traffic Center, Triple Tune Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Did you or your family recently lose your SNAP benefits? Well, WSB Radio wants to help. Go to WSBradio.com/SNAP. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and one lucky family is going to want $1,000 in groceries, courtesy of 95.5 WSB.
The garage door springs that come standard with most homes don't last. And when they fail, it's not just inconvenient, it's dangerous. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello at A1 Garage Door Service. Our springs are the toughest in the industry, backed by our lifetime warranty. That's right, fix them once and you're covered for life. Don't risk your family's safety or your peace of mind. Let A1 replace your springs before they become a problem. From repairs to upgrades, it's A1 from day one.
A1 from day one.
Every year there's that one house on the street that looks amazing. Well, this year it is mine. I'm Chris Chandler. Wise Guys Pro Wash keeps my home clean. Now they make it shine this holiday season. They install lights along my roof line so cleanly that even in daylight you barely notice them. Till I'm ready to plug them in, the whole house lights up then. Wise Guys Lights handles everything. Install, maintenance, and takedown. And right now, first-time customers who mention me, Chris Chandler, save $150 when installed before October 31st. Spots are filling fast. Don't wait. Book now at wiseguyslights.com.
You gave years, maybe decades to your job. You showed up, worked hard, and planned for retirement. But now, the company's changed. Or maybe you've taken a buyout or been forced into early retirement. So, what happens next? I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. And if you've built up a 401k or thrift savings plan, now is the time to ask, is that money really working for you? Many workplace retirement plans offer limited options and even less guidance. At Trajan Wealth, we help people just like you roll over their accounts into IRAs with more flexibility and personalized investment strategies built around your goals. For households with $500,000 or more, let us build you a personalized plan. We operate on veteran values, service, trust, and doing what's right. Your next chapter starts now. Call Trajan today. 404-208-3300. That's 404-208-3300.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. See website for details.
New investigations break on Channel 2 Action News. We get problems solved, plain and simple. Every day we follow the facts.
Started digging, only to find...
Getting you the answers you need now.
We have live. Team 2 coverage.
Channel 2 never stops advocating for you.
An investigation regarding your tax dollars.
We're more than just Atlanta's news.
A warning for consumers regarding...
We've got your back all over North Georgia. See what's new, live every day at 4, 5, and 6 on Channel 2 Action News.
At Butler Lexus of South Atlanta, buying a car is more than a transaction. It's a 5-star experience because they value you. Enjoy personalized offers and luxury perks, all designed with you in mind. Visit ButlerLexusSouthAtlanta.com or call 800-NEW-LEXUS today. Butler Lexus South Atlanta, the standard of amazing.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Ever wonder why Big Wireless wants you on an unlimited plan? They probably want you to cover the cost of those 20-somethings using all that data every month. But most people 50 and up like me only use 12 gigs or less. Don't get bamboozled by Big Wireless. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Our plans start at just $20, and we use the same towers as the big guys. Join the millions who choose something better, because if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
On the battlefield, there's a saying America's military men and women live by. Never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Off the battlefield, Wounded Warrior Project operates with the same goal. Wounded Warrior Project was created to help our men and women returning home with the scars of war, whether those scars are physical or mental. Wounded Warrior Project. We never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Learn more about what we do at woundedwarriorproject.org.
All right, let's try to sift our way through this story. It is interesting. It's out of Maryland.
This is a wild story.
So this is this lady held a state house.
State senator.
No, I thought she was running. Was she running for re-election to state senate?
I believe
or
at the
was
time,
she going from
yes.
a house
At the time, she is the current she's a current Maryland state senator. Her
Okay.
name is Dela Attar.
Okay, so she's running for re-election. So it starts with she and a consultant, female consultant, they have a falling out. I think they work together, they have a falling out. So now it's time for re-election. That female consultant starts working for the other candidate. And her job is to dig up dirt on her former friend. They now hate each other. So this state senator doesn't want that dirt to come out. So she conceives this thing with her brother or something. Now, they had a mutual friend, I believe, and for some reason, this consultant was going to stay at this house. And the state senator's brother had access to the house. They go in, they rig it up with cameras, and they capture this consultant having sex with a married man. I don't know if they're both married, but I think they're kind of like they do a lot of morality stuff as politicians, and then tries to use it to blackmail her to say basically don't use any of the stuff that you're digging up on me, or I'll no, and they blackmailed the guy too. To say you better tell her not to release any of this stuff, or else we're going to tell your wife, your family, everybody. And now she's in jail. So. Is she still in jail? At the end of that story, I saw that she was in jail. But
well, there's this little thing called extortion.
Yes,
and conspiracy with her brother, and so she's in big trouble, and she'll probably be in jail for a while.
Has she resigned her seat?
I don't know.
As of now, I don't think
probably
so.
Not because
from what I'm reading here.
It's still an ongoing case. I would say no, because at the very end of the story that I read, it was just kind of pablum. I would, how dare anybody think I would do anything like that, blah, 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 blah. But, I mean, what they have her, but she's reduced to this, and you tell me how this works as a defense. Yeah, they did it. I know them, but I didn't know that they did it. That's basically, because she can't say it wasn't done.
No,
So-
but the fact that, her sibling set up the cameras might shortchange that defense.
By the way,
You could, but okay, I don't believe this happened, but couldn't you say, like, yeah, she was complaining about it at dinner one day, and then they took it upon themselves to try to help her win the election?
Yeah, but, her mistake here is her overt act with threatening the consultant. I will expose you if you do this.
So she did that. She did the threatening, not the brother.
Well,
whatever. I mean,
that's
the question.
They're both complicit in that.
Yeah.
In that. She probably did it through her
I
brother.
don't know. I just don't- when you read about these things where it's so convoluted and people are going through it, you're around around people who go to jail and stuff. Like, did it just never occurs to them that they could get caught? It's a lot. I mean, am I odd that I don't ever want to go to prison? Are there like a lot of people are like, if I go to prison, I go
You
to
got
prison.
cameras in here. What are you talking about? You haven't been tracking us this whole time?
No, yeah, to use against you? Absolutely. But I mean, all the things like the brother and the cameras and setting it up. She's a state senator, and you don't have to be a state senator to know how illegal all this is.
Yeah, no. Well, smart people make mistakes, and they have convoluted thinking, and then there's people that have a less than desirable IQ that don't think it all the way through.
It's usually one or the other.
Yeah, but they're both subject to making mistakes, and when there's such a huge violation of law, the penalty's strict, and then they try to say, "Hey, I'm not such a bad person."
But am I unique in the sense that one of my guiding things in life is I don't want to go to jail?
You're not trying to hold on to power.
I guess like power doesn't mean to me what it means to most people apparently. But to me, it's like if there's any kind of question about anything, I think like, could I go to jail? If there's any possibility, all right, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
True. I have a good friend who constantly says to me, every day I'm not in custody, I thank God. So.
Yes, this is my goal in life. I'm 61. I've never for 1 minute in my life have I seen the world from inside of a jail cell. I'm trying to make it all the way to the end. Right. Not doing that. I think that's a good goal because if you figure that one out.
Don't plan on it.
Yeah.
No.
What makes this story even goofier as we finish up here, the third accomplice, obviously it's Dayla, her brother Joseph, and then it's a Baltimore cop. His name, Kalman Finkelstein.
Finkelstein.
He's
yes.
the accomplice.
I knew it.
Finkelstein.
He just said, he seems like that guy that you would hear, like the chief of police. Finkelstein! In my office.
Give me your badge.
Right. Thank you, George Stein.
Thank you.
Alex Williams says there's a travel advisory on 285 in Fulton County.
Yeah, not a fun drive on the west side perimeter, Eric. Right now, they have all lanes shut down where this crash has been working in two left lanes. 285 southbound, the outer loop before Hollowell Parkway, exit 12. Delays now creeping back on 285 westbound into Sandy Springs, so very tough making it south through Smyrna Vinings. And the crash still in the travel lanes, 575 northbound before Highway 92, exit 7. Continue to use Highway 5 or the express lanes if you have a Peach Pass. And we've uncovered some trouble on I-75 in Henry County, Stephanie Stallworth.
Yep, trying to get through Stockbridge. Got the problem here in the left lane as you travel northbound 75, just north of Hudson Bridge Road. You're on the brakes out of McDonough as you travel up from State Route 2081, exit 218. Looking at 1, 2, 3 vehicles involved. Still awaiting some assistance on the scene, so it's going to be a little while longer trying to get through that area. From the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
The holidays are approaching, so let my friends at Publix help you save money by shopping on the buy one, get one deals each week. Hey, it's Mark Aram. Yeah, there are BOGOs galore at your neighborhood Publix supermarkets. I love going in there and just following the yellow brick road of BOGOs. Save when you shop with the latest buy one, get one free items, deals on your favorites, and make sure you check out the BOGO deals before you shop. You can find the weekly ad online at Publix.com or in the Publix app. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now.
800-575-2798.
Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-2798. That's 800-575-2798.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
This is Monica Pearson for Superior Plumbing, the honest plumber. Like me, Superior Plumbing has been doing business for more than 40 years. Trust me, to last that long takes dedication to doing the job right and building trust with your customer base. I've used Superior Plumbing for years, and owner Jay Cunningham is committed to making you a customer for life, too. Next time you need a plumber, visit thehonestplumber.com.
By executive order from Rufus, the Findlay Roofing Chief Barking Officer, they're rolling rolling out a $1,000 discount on your Findlay roof replacement. Hey, it's Dave Baker for the only roofer I answer the door for, Findlay Roofing, the roof guys. Stop repairing the leaks and dragging your feet. Now is the best time to replace that old, leaky, haunted roof and save 1,000 bones. Findlay has replaced over 65,000 roofs locally. That's no trick. It's just high-quality work, upfront pricing, and exceptional service. Findlay goes the distance. They're the extra effort experts, making sure you have a remarkable roof replacement experience. Findlay also has 0% financing available, and for a limited time, you can save $1,000 on your roof replacement. Hurry! You need to shake on this deal by Halloween. Schedule your free roof analysis at FindlayRoofing.com.
News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
It's 6 o'clock. I'm Veronica Waters. The news this hour brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. WSB's top story, 2 federal judges today ordered the Trump administration to turn the spigot back on to provide SNAP benefits set to run out Saturday as we hit day 31 of the long government shutdown. But that money may not come in time to put food on the table this weekend, and the administration is expected to appeal the rulings. Some Americans, though, are willing to help. They've decided to hand out food along with the candy to trick-or-treaters this Halloween. Casey Neufeld is one handing out double treats tonight.
My idea for Halloween was not only handing out candy this year, but also handing out non-perishable items for people who may be affected by the cutting of the SNAP benefits.
Neufeld says she believes that lawmakers in Washington have forgotten they were elected to serve the people. 1 in 8 Americans depends on the federal food aid. It is 62 degrees now in Midtown Atlanta. Temperature falling as trick-or-treaters get ready to take to the streets and trunks. It's going to be low in the mid-30s tonight, according to Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz. Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast is still to come. We could be faced with a food crisis as the SNAP benefits are no longer available during the shutdown.
Many people here in Georgia are impacted.
In Georgia, there are 1.4 million residents that are going to lose those benefits starting tomorrow.
Jennifer Barnes with the Food Pantry Solidarity Sandy Springs says she's already been swamped with calls for help, and it's not expected to slow down.
I figure we'll probably add 100 families starting tomorrow through next week, and I figure they'll just keep coming.
She says a lot of people that use the pantry are already working 2 jobs. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
A woman is dead after a shooting outside a Duluth shopping center. The victim was shot in a vehicle in the parking lot at 1625 Pleasant Hill Road near several businesses. Officers are still on the scene investigating and talking to witnesses. Gwinnett County Police say this appears to be a domestic-related homicide. They're not naming the victim or the suspect yet. Dozens of 7th graders from McNair Middle School enjoy a half day at the DeKalb campus of Georgia State's Perimeter College. Dr. Deborah Manson is director of the Cradle to College program.
All kids need to see college as a possibility. It may not be where they end up, but I think all students need the opportunity to go to college, to see a future that includes a profession that they're really happy in and a career that they can be successful in.
The students got to go to various classes and get some hands-on activities. Cradle to College has served hundreds of kids since 2018. The ACLU calls on Clayton County Sheriff LaVon Allen to make serious changes at the county jail.
Inhumane and unconstitutional is how the ACLU of Georgia is describing conditions for inmates locked up inside the Clayton County Jail. Legal Director Corey Isaacson says officials are obligated to provide basic safety, medical care, and sanitation for prisoners.
Everything we're hearing about the Clayton County Jail makes clear that none of those obligations are being met.
They say legal action isn't off the table if the problems continue. Sheriff LaVon Allen tells WSB he takes reports seriously, but says the ACLU's allegations are grossly exaggerated and untrue. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
An outspoken Georgia politician pushes back against criticism of her upcoming TV appearances.
Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene took to X, touting her A+ rating from the Conservative Review and writing, "There are pathetic Republican men, mostly paid social media influencers, attacking me for going on Bill Maher's show and The View."
Liz Kennedy reports that Marjorie Taylor Greene visits The View on Election Day, November 4th. Yeah, so this is a day for thrills and chills, and researchers at the University of West Georgia say that may be a very good thing.
There's a reason we might take in a scary movie or visit a haunted house for Halloween.
Well, we like mystery and we like to be frightened.
Psychology professor Dr. Christine Simmons-Moore says it's fun fear.
Because usually we know that, at the end of the movie, everything's going to be okay.
She says getting sucked into a movie does provoke a physical response, though.
Please.
Surprise, Sydney.
But she says it might also be a way for our brains to practice how we'd respond in fearful situations. Jennifer Perry, 95.5 WSB.
It's 6:04. The Von Haessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. But first, it's time for WSB Triple Team Traffic. Kicking off our live team coverage of traffic and weather, Alex Williams says that drive pretty scary this hour.
It is in certain spots. It is definitely full of tricks out there this evening, Veronica. We're still watching a long-standing crash in Woodstock, 575 northbound, Highway 92, exit number 7. Crash has been leaving only a right shoulder open, keeping the ride jammed up back through Kennesaw. Use the express lanes if you have the Peach Pass or Highway 5 as your alternate. 85 northbound added to Cabot in Gwinnett County. Still a few brake lights left from 285 up toward Jimmy Carter. Secondary slow zone between Duluth and Suwanee, leaving Sugarloaf Parkway. And I think we finally got some better news over on the west side perimeter, Stephanie Stallworth.
Yeah, you had the trick. I got a little treat if you're traveling out on 285, headed southbound over before Hollowell. Finally got the last of the response vehicles out of the left travel lane. All lanes open as you head that way. A lot of volume left over, though, as you head through the scene. From the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official plumber of Atlanta. Here's Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz.
Clear and chilly this evening, falling through the 50s into the 40s. We'll bottom out at 40 in town and mid to upper 30s in the suburbs for a Saturday morning low. Frost advisories in effect. Then mostly sunny and a high of 65. On Sunday, partly cloudy early, becoming mostly cloudy with some isolated showers. Low 46, high 63. And on Monday, partly cloudy, low 44, high 64. Now my 5-day forecast for Tuesday and Wednesday. Sunny both days, chilly mornings, low 45. Tuesday, high 70. Wednesday, low 43 with sunshine. We'll top out at 72. Recapping the forecast for this evening, clear and chilly, falling through the 50s. I'm Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz, 95.5 WSB.
It's 61 degrees in Brookhaven, 60 in Woodstock, and 62 in Midtown Atlanta at 6:06. More news at 6:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Veronica Waters, WSB.
Hour 4 of the Von Haessler Doctrine begins right now. Last hour of the week. Is Greg Russ with us?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's good to know, because you're in Mexico, right?
That's correct.
Is it the Day of the Dead, the Night of the Dead, the day after the Dead? What
Week
is it?
of the Dead.
Is it Dead Week? Are the dead coming
Yeah,
to
it's
town?
Day of the Dead. But
it's Day of the
Day
Dead.
of the Dead, but several days.
I see. And you're not there for work. You're there for, you and a buddy just went to Mexico to check out the festivities.
Yeah, that's correct.
Are you
We're in,
eating? Are you
Oaxaca.
eating? Are you eating while you're talking to me?
I'm not eating. Why would I
Okay.
be eating?
I don't know. I thought I heard a little saliva there.
It
Go
just
ahead.
could be the internet connection.
Okay.
I tested it, and this seems to be an RA connection, but there may be moments of fuzziness that to you sound like me chewing.
Okay, well, it's all right. I'm going to get down on Jared for allowing saliva in the internet connection. I think that's something we should have gotten
I'm
rid
an
of.
easy target. Come
That's
after
right.
me. I blame that Mexican internet.
That's it. So
I'm just somewhat offended. You think I would eat on the air?
Well, no.
Gross.
Why do you think? Did I seem shocked by it when I said it? Of course, I was shocked. I think of this Greg Russ as the consummate pro, and that's why
Eating in general is disgusting. It's a disgusting habit that people have.
Well,
is eating.
I wouldn't call it a habit.
need.
I would call it a need. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know that it's a habit.
It's disgusting need.
All the a lot of our needs are disgusting. Like, but I would like the need to go to the bathroom.
During sex.
What are you talking about?
That's a
Why'd you
need for
throw
some
that in?
people. That's a
What, you
need for
just-
some people.
What are you trying to end the week as the best shock jock in Atlanta? Is that it?
No, there's nothing shocking about these things that exist.
Yes. Well, you just have to clear yourself out before a sexual
It's
encounter, my
coming-
friend.
It's coming back to shock jockery. Everything's cyclical. Shock jock. It's been 20 years since they've been cool, so we're about due.
Well, yeah. Well, we have a shock jock in chief right now, so I don't know. You can't I don't think this is a good time for shock jocks because who can shock more than the president of the United States?
It's the first official White House pregnant bikini pageant.
Hey, I didn't tell you about this, but yeah, we knocked down the East Wing.
Yeah.
Anybody who questions it is liable to be picked up by ICE. You're obviously not a good patriotic American.
But I'm from Des Moines.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
On the floor.
You said something about the knocking down of the East Wing. Obviously, you're not a good American. So enjoy El Salvador.
Okay.
So when you're in Mexico, where you're in? How do you say that? Starts with an O, but it's pronounced with
Oaxaca.
a W. Oaxaca. And is it spelled like OAXCO or something like that?
OAXACO.
I've always wondered, and then George Stein just told me it's Oaxaca.
Yeah, we were trying to figure it out.
Yeah. So is this a big Day of the Dead kind of place? Obviously it is. What do they do? What's the holiday like? Are there bugs in your hotel room?
You're jumping all over the
I
place.
know. I want to know.
The holiday itself is nothing. It's not related to Halloween. People think it is because it happens at the same time. But it's honoring the dead people in your family. It's actually a somber personal holiday that a bunch of gringos come to town to exploit. Like, hey, look at me. I'm traveling and I'm experiencing culture.
Like you.
So,
Yeah, like you.
Yeah, like me. Exactly like me.
Are you being an annoying American? What's that?
No.
What did he die of?
Can I
Por
drink?
favor?
Can I
Just-
drink the water?
Can you? By the way, can you
not
drink
being able
the
to speak. No, don't drink the water. You don't want to. Don't. Even when you shower, like I was showering and some got in my mouth. It's like, oh no.
Now you're in trouble. You'll die. You'll be on the toilet for the next 3 days. Montezuma's
Well,
revenge.
that would be better because his toilet has no flushing power. I'll tell you that. And if it goes the other way from drinking the water, then flushing won't be a problem. Today, I had to go to the Office Depot of all places. They have that here because they sell plungers there. I was too embarrassed to ask people. I am never.
You're
in a
paying.
hotel.
Why are you doing the
Hey,
maintenance?
just
No,
walk down
no,
there and say, hey,
no.
as loud as
No,
you can.
because-
Walk into the lobby and say, hey, you guys got a plunger?
It's not like that. So it's like a smaller hotel with a central courtyard and a restaurant. It's family run.
Yeah.
You know the people who own the place because they meet you. So they'd be the ones to come in here and take care of
cares?
the problem. And then tomorrow at breakfast, like this morning, the guy who runs it shook my hand. Tomorrow, there'd be no handshake.
Oh.
So I'm not going down that path. I went and
think
got
you-
my own plunger.
You go down there, you declare yourself, say, I'm Greg from New York and I need a plunger.
Hey, I don't know what kind of.
What kind of rinky-dink outfit you're running
I don't know
here?
what kind of waste goes on down here, but this is American waste, and I need a plunger. But what I really need is water pressure.
You got to be careful, Greg. I don't know what it is in Mexico, but I know in South American countries that you're not supposed to flush toilet paper. I don't know what Mexico's policy
Well,
is.
what are you
on that.
supposed to do with
They
it?
put it in the
a
garbage.
trash can
They
next
put it
to
in the
it.
garbage.
Yeah,
like
which is
that in
gross.
Greece.
They do that here too.
Can I say something? I don't do it
Well, it's
here,
your show.
and that's why I could say this. When I hear these stories, I'm proud to be an American, where at least I can use my toilet paper and not
Eric,
have to keep it in my.
Eric.
Yes.
Here's the reason you can't flush the toilet paper is because the diameter of the pipes is smaller than in America. But if you flush a piece at a time, granted you're wasting more water, but so what? It's not going to clog anything. So
Oh.
in Greece, this was the same thing. I was there with Christina. There was a basket. You're supposed to. I was like, I'm not putting anything in there. But the thing is, you do have to put something in there because if you don't, then the people who clean your room know something's up.
Yeah.
So you have to split the difference. I just put clean toilet paper in the basket.
I
actually,
just
So
always
there you go.
want to leave. I want to live in a place where sanitation is an afterthought. That when
So
you're
Japan.
going to
Japan
when
is where you need to go.
When you're going to the bathroom, if there's
You have slippers.
step
at the
1,
bathroom.
step
You stay
2,
there.
step 3, step 4. No, I don't want. I want to be at all times in a society where going to the bathroom and all that is a complete afterthought, and there's no dirty linen left behind that I have to have in my room for 24 hours. No. Couldn't you get a better hotel?
Oh, I think we lost his internet.
Oh no! Then it's
the
probably
cartels hurt him.
Yeah,
the cartels
You know,
got him.
like,
Yeah,
you-
right when you're right. It's not the cartel part of Mexico. Stop spreading lies.
Yeah.
You're planning on coming back with your head on your shoulders?
That's the plan. That's overblown.
Yeah, of course
does
it is.
exist in Mexico, but it's nowhere near where I am. If you look it up, it's
Yeah.
in certain regions near the border.
That's
and
almost
the coasts,
almost always the case. When I lived out in L.A. for a few years, everybody thought that I was, in the middle of a shooting zone. But yeah, there were parts of L.A. in the 90s that were very, very bad. Now it's a different place with the homelessness and all that. But back then, there were places where it was really, really rough. But to my family back on the East Coast, they, oh my God, did he live again today? They said, they said to them, Los Angeles was just a nonstop drive-by shooting that never ended, But in reality, it was the same way. There were certain, you didn't want to get off at the wrong exit. There was that
That's
kind of
every
thing.
city.
Yeah, yeah. But then the worst cities where those neighborhoods are even worse. So it doesn't surprise me that, obviously there's large swaths of Mexico that are not run by the cartels. I'll bet you they have something to do with the running of that particular place, a little bit. Somewhere in the
Yeah, they
background.
get involved in the businesses somehow. There's always a bit. It's like, think of it like the mafia on that front.
Yeah.
The mafia didn't make a habit of going around, taking innocent people's heads off like the cartel will do at times. But for the most part, in places like this, it's probably similar. They're just strong-arming the businesses.
A lot of them have moved to Venezuela.
Yeah, apparently, because you're telling us that's where all the drugs are coming
All
from.
the drugs.
They're coming from Mexico, by the
Even
way.
aspirin.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they got to start someplace. They start in Venezuela.
I think every day you know how they have the government shutdown clock? Government shutdown clock.
Government shutdown clock.
What? Government shutdown clock. We should have is Maduro dead clock. Because that guy doesn't. I mean, he's the Walking Dead because Marco Rubio wants him dead. It's just like it's one of the weirdest things. And we're going to war. We're staging. Remember those stories before Russia went into Ukraine and then we had all the staging? That's what we're doing right now. And these people in MAGA believe whatever Trump tells them, and so they think fentanyl. There's no fentanyl coming out of Venezuela, and maybe 7% of all drugs transit out of or through Venezuela. It doesn't matter. Trump just tells the MAGA people, it's all the fentanyl's coming. And really, it's just Marco Rubio had his whole damn career bankrolled by a bunch of wealthy expats from Venezuela who want Maduro dead. It's just bizarre to me. It's like I live in this country that has this power.
Doesn't Russia hold some interest in Venezuela? So Trump's angry that Putin's not coming to the table to end the war there. So in a way,
I'll start a war over here. This is the idea.
China's more involved in Venezuela than Russia is now.
Yeah, probably because of the
oil.
Yeah.
Yeah, Russia has its own oil.
That's sludge oil.
Well,
oil is oil.
It's better than having no oil when it comes to being a country. But it's just making me sick. There's nothing. It's like I'm an American citizen. I'm a taxpayer. Venezuela is zero threat to me, my children, anyone I know, anything. And there's nothing I can do. It's like we got a lot of people in the administration that are from the state of Florida and South Florida. You've always had that Cuban bunch that wants to always get rid of. And by the way, I would be surprised to find out that one of these wealthy Venezuelans in Florida that wants him dead sees themselves as the next president of. The people in Florida for Cuba and Venezuela, they're not just like, oh, we got to help our country. They see themselves as governments in waiting.
Yeah, they do. Exiled.
And they're in exile, and I'll get the CIA to knock that guy out. And then, do we have a big vote in Venezuela? No. We got a guy here in Miami. He'll go do it. Alex Williams says there are delays on 575 into Woodstock.
Yeah, all due to this long-standing crash. Still in the left lane, 575. Really in both lanes, only the right shoulder getting by. 575 northbound, Highway 92, exit 7. Delays stretch back before Bells Ferry Road. Do not use Bells Ferry as an alternate. Traffic troopers tell me that's very slow and jammed up with people trying to jump off of 575. Go ahead and use Highway 5 or the express lanes with a Peach Pass. 285 west and southbound, the outer loop of the perimeter. Still in recovery mode out of Sandy Springs down toward Hollowell Parkway where that earlier crash is cleared. Once you clear South Atlanta Road, you should be off to the races to get down to I-20. But we still got trouble on I-75 in Henry County. Stephanie Stallworth.
It's still a long ride coming up from State Route 2081, getting up towards Hudson Bridge. Crash up ahead there is on the left left side of the roadway in the left lane with the Hero unit in play. So it's going to be a slow ride trying to get through there. They may need to hold the lanes. Looks like I'm watching on the cameras here just to get everything off to the right shoulder. This report sponsored by the Georgia Lottery. Tonight's Mega Millions jackpot is $754 million. Now with bigger jackpots, better odds, and a built-in multiplier, drawings every Tuesday and Friday. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
WSB is your home of the dogs.
McCray the full and Frazier the tail.
Tune in tomorrow as Kirby's Bulldogs take on the Florida Gators.
Take the toss and Gunner will throw it into the end zone. Tight end.
Pre-game begins at 11:30. Kickoff at 3:30.
Touchdown. Wasson Lucky.
Only on your home of the dogs, 95.5 WSB. Brought to you in part by Hoffman Financial Group, official partner of the Georgia Bulldogs.
They say nothing is certain in life except death and taxes, but here in Georgia, I want you to go ahead and add roaches to that list. They're everywhere. Can't avoid them, but you can protect your home and family from those nasty bugs. Mark Aram here for Breda Pest Management, the only folks I trust to get rid of roaches in my home. Did you notice I said in my home? Of course, it's the roaches inside that you want gone. That's why it's so ridiculous to me that many companies have stopped going inside homes. That's just an industry trick to save them time and money while leaving your home at risk. And they raise their prices, doing less and charging more. You better call Breda, friends. Breda's got your back, protecting the outside and inside of your home. Breda Pest Management, they handle bugs and critters like those disgusting roaches. BREDA Pest.com.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
WSB Atlanta, WSBB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Fall is a busy time, and selling your home can be overwhelming. Get a guaranteed cash offer from Mark Spain Real Estate and sell your home stress-free and for the most money. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Swapping out your tires? There's nothing like it with eBay. You find the feel you're looking for, from smooth highway rides to grip for rough terrain. Get all the tires you need at prices you'll love. eBay. Things people love.
Greg Russ joining us from
Oaxaca.
Oaxaca, Mexico.
Oaxaca,
Mexico.
Oaxaca.
Where you are there celebrating the Day of the Dead. I guess you just had one that you had the time, and you just thought, yeah, we'll go get involved in this and see what this is all about. Is that what you?
My friend. He's been wanting to go. He asked me a year ago. This is a friend who hates doing touristy things, so I don't know. I went to Ireland with him several years ago, and he would get really angry that in the cities there were just a bunch of American tourists. And I brought it. I said, you don't think that's going to exist in Oaxaca when we go there for Day of the Dead? He's like, well, I've gotten better about that. So we'll see.
He can handle it. But what does he have? Some sort of? So he likes traveling the world. He just doesn't like bumping into Americans around the world.
Yeah. He doesn't like being. I think a lot of things come at play. You do travel, and if you're going to travel, you want to see different cultures. Then you do run into a bunch of people who are just like you, and you think, oh, okay, what am I really seeing here? This is probably catering to these people. I don't think Day of the Dead doesn't. It's an important thing for the people who live in this city, and you're supposed to kind of hang back and not get too involved in, like, there's parades and stuff, and that part's fine. But
are the parades like a little bit like Mardi Gras-esque parades, or
yeah.
Okay.
Like, when people paint their faces, it's kind of like a skeleton.
Yeah.
Yeah. You never saw Coco, I don't think.
No, I missed that one because I'm a stable adult.
But that came out. That comes out of Day of the Dead. Going back to my friend, though, then the other side of it is when you see all those people, you realize, I'm just of those people, and that's hard to reconcile sometimes.
If you're not acting like them, then
travel,
you're not.
No.
Wait a minute, I didn't understand that last point. Are you saying that when you think about, are you saying it makes you think about dying all the time because you're seeing people with skeleton faces? I missed the point, I think.
I jumped, I threw in the skeleton face as an aside, so I got off track.
Okay.
I'm talking about when you travel, you want to experience culture, you come across a bunch of other Americans, you wonder if you're really experiencing that culture, and then you realize you're just one of them anyway.
Yeah.
So it's hard to reconcile that.
Yeah, and also you do wonder.
You can be more polite.
Right. But I mean, also, even if you are polite, you have to wonder, am I really experiencing this different country, or am I just in that place that so many Western American and other Westerners are visiting that it's actually kind of like a Disneyland for them? It's like this is not the real culture. This is the way we face toward Western tourists.
Your friend is not wrong about Ireland, by the way. That example you brought up earlier, I mean, when you go to some parts of Dublin like that, you're like, oh, okay, like this is definitely the touristy kind of gimmicky kind of pub on here, pub over there.
Every middle-sized city. Every middle-sized city in Ireland, I think that is the economy there. That's what keeps them afloat.
Yeah.
Because whatever industry there is probably gone, so it's all catering to tourists.
Well, I had heard that. I heard somebody famous say this a couple of years ago about Ireland, that you just don't. If you don't get out of the major cities, you just never see Ireland. That it's a completely different situation. You want to go to like the small places. If you want to
towns.
The town.
Yeah, you want to go to towns and just the countryside. That's nice.
I do like
Very
that. Like Ireland is one of those places where if I could blink my eyes and I could be there and I'd hang out for a little while and then blink my eyes and come back, I'd do it.
Teleport.
I do love all that. You see in the movies and television.
Beautiful and green.
All that green beauty. But then, what you're not seeing there is all the
poverty.
All the drunks and the poverty. And
Well, go to Belfast.
And then that's what I'm saying.
But that's Northern Ireland. That's part of the UK. So
you can't. Yeah, that's not Ireland. That's
they're
Northern
Irish people.
Well,
just don't identify.
Let's not start any trouble.
Let's say don't identify any religious groups there, okay? Because you'll be in trouble in Ireland.
And it comes down to like colors, so you don't know. Like you go, oh man, I love this orange. What? I'm just talking about the couch. I do.
Boot him out.
All right. Hang in there, Day of the Dead boy.
I'm here.
All right. Alex Williams says 575 is making progress in Woodstock.
Yeah, we've been watching this crash for far too long, Eric. 575 northbound, Highway 92, exit 7. The good news is all the cars are loaded up on tow trucks. They're just sweeping up the last of the debris, so hopefully we'll have more than just that right shoulder open soon, but that's all that remains open. Slowing the ride back towards Bells Ferry. You can continue to use Highway 5. Some leftover brake lights, 85 northbound, leaving 285 up into Norcross, and some southbound delays driving into that bright sunshine, leaving Highway 316 in Duluth. And I think we finally got some better news on I-75 in Stockbridge, Stephanie Stallworth.
Yes, so much better. Got everything out of there as you're traveling 75 headed northbound. Trying to get up towards Hudson Bridge Road. You've been on the brakes from State Route 2081 for quite a while now, but all lanes reopen up near Hudson Bridge, scene of that earlier crash. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Attention, Georgia homeowners. What if your windows actually paid you back? I know that sounds crazy, but let me explain. Hey, it's Ray, owner of Window Comfort. At Window Comfort, our factory direct windows are so energy efficient that most homeowners see their power bills drop enough to cover their monthly payment. And right now, you can get buy two, get two windows free. Plus, we're going to throw in free installation when you schedule your free estimate this month. And here's my guarantee. If your energy bills don't drop by at least 35% in the first 12 months, we're going to pay you the difference in cash. I'm that confident. Every window we install is backed by a double lifetime warranty, and they're built specifically for Georgia. You have nothing to lose and everything to save. Beat the cold this year. It takes 30 seconds to see if you qualify. Go to windowcomfort.com.
Terms and conditions apply. See windowcomfort.com.
Better prices, better views. Window Comfort, meant just for you. Window Comfort.
When it comes to buying a vehicle, the name to remember is Jim Ellis Automotive. Hi, I'm Stacey Ellis, Vice President of the Jim Ellis Automotive Group. As Georgia's largest family-owned dealer group, we offer car shoppers unmatched advantages, starting with access to more than 5,500 new, certified pre-owned and pre-owned vehicles. With 21 convenient locations across Metro Atlanta and 17 top automotive brands, we have the selection you want and competitive pricing to fit your budget. But more importantly, we've made the buying process quick, easy, and convenient with the Jim Ellis Expressway. Visit one of our state-of-the-art showrooms for a top-tier customer service experience or shop from the comfort of home. Browse our entire inventory of more than 5,500 cars, trucks, and SUVs, calculate your payment, apply for financing, and even start your trade-in process online. It's car buying on your terms. And don't forget, Jim Ellis buys cars too. It's a safe and easy way to get maximum value for your car. To get started, visit JimEllis.com. Jim Ellis Automotive, where you can always expect the best.
So you're losing your hair and you need a simple solution that works, but you want the best. It's Mark Arum here. Modern technology, top-rated physicians. You want something that's guaranteed to work. Guys, you need Advanced Hair. Advanced Hair's completely redefined hair restoration, from the experience itself to the unmatched results they produce. Receding hairline, bald spot, thinning hair, address them all with a simple one-day treatment in a calm, relaxed environment with experienced pros. Advanced Hair has performed tens of thousands of breakthrough advanced FUE treatments, and get this, your own natural hair begins to regrow the very next day. No one else in Atlanta can offer the advanced FUE found at Advanced Hair. Fix your hair loss today, starting with your free consultation, and you'll also get $500 off if you move forward. Call 470-660-HAIR. Refine your hairline with the team that's redefined hair restoration. And don't forget to ask about that Advanced Hair Guarantee, 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
It's 6:30. I'm Veronica Waters. The news this hour is brought to you by the Lloyd Advisory Group. WSB's top story: the Trump administration is ordered to keep SNAP food aid going by using emergency reserve funds. Two federal judges making their rulings today, one day before SNAP was due to be halted. The administration has claimed it could not pay for SNAP while the government is shuttered, but that reverses its earlier stance that it would keep SNAP going.
Given this administration and its propensity to ignore the rule of law, I don't trust that they're going to follow this judge's ruling. I sure hope the Trump administration does not appeal.
That's Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro, who is one of the Democratic leaders who sued to challenge the SNAP shutoff. Now, it's going to be more than just SNAP benefit users who are experiencing sticker shock this weekend. Americans are starting to get a look at how much higher their health care coverage costs will go up under the Affordable Care Act, often called Obamacare, if Democrats and Republicans cannot agree on extending health care subsidies.
If these enhanced tax credits expire, millions of people are expected to drop their coverage. And most likely the people who drop their coverage will be people who are healthier than average. So that will leave a sicker pool of people for insurers to cover.
That is Larry Levitt with Kaiser Family Foundation. The longest government shutdown in history was when Trump was first in office. That was 35 days that started in 2018 and stretched into 2019. FBI Director Kash Patel says a potential terrorist attack allegedly targeting Halloween weekend in Michigan was thwarted by the FBI this morning.
Back in May of this year, a 19-year-old former National Guardsman named Ammar Saeed was arrested for plotting an ISIS-inspired terrorist attack in the form of a mass shooting that was going to happen at the Detroit Armory in Warren, that's just north of Detroit. Now, law enforcement sources say these plans inspired that group, this current group, to make some plans of their own.
That's correspondent Jack Springate, who says 5 people between the ages of 16 and 20 were arrested today. 6 witnesses, 5 exhibits, and a 4-day trial lead to a dozen child sex abuse convictions for a Canton man. The Cherokee County District Attorney says jurors found 25-year-old Chandler Reed Cantrell guilty of rape, incest, and aggravated child molestation. The kids told authorities that Cantrell's assaults started when they were under 10 years old and lasted for years. One said they were in kindergarten when the molestation began. If you watch Georgia football games on YouTube TV, you will not be able to see the Dogs face the Gators tomorrow, but You can listen to the game on 95.5 WSB.
TV channels owned by Disney, including ABC and ESPN, are gone from the YouTube TV platform because of a contract dispute. YouTube claims Disney used the blackout threat to push for higher prices, benefiting its own streaming services like Hulu Plus. Disney says YouTube TV has chosen to deny subscribers the content they value most by refusing to pay fair rates for the channels. Subscribers will receive a $20 credit if Disney content remains unavailable for a long time. Amanda Moyer, 95.5 WSB.
The Baltimore Ravens will pay a $100,000 fine for putting out the wrong injury report before hosting the Bears last week. The NFL says the team falsely claimed quarterback Lamar Jackson was questionable for Sunday's game after he was a full participant in Friday's practice. Ravens head coach John Harbaugh says he made an honest mistake. There's a reason many of us enjoy a scary movie or haunted attractions for Halloween.
It activates our ancient fight or flight response, but it does so in a safe way. That's according to University of West Georgia psychology professor Dr. Christine Simmons-Moore, who says kids need to be able to separate pretend from reality before they're exposed to too much scary stuff.
Because you do have a genuine body response when you're watching, because I'm watching Stranger Things again at the moment, and it still makes me scared, even though I've seen it hundreds of times.
But for adults, she says this type of fear can be fun because we know how the story ends. Jennifer Perry, 95.5 WSB.
The world's top gaming festival is back in Atlanta. Esports athletes are competing for championships and more than $6.5 million in prizes this year. Shaheen Zarabi tells me anybody can enjoy DreamHack just like anybody can enjoy watching football or golf. You don't have to be a pro, he says, to have fun.
A comparison to the Olympics or the World Cup, where a lot of different things are going on at the same time. And the takeaway I would ask anyone who's new to this is to look around, see the different competitions, maybe play some games yourself and see what game suits you the best.
DreamHack runs through Sunday. It's 6:34, time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. WSB Triple Team Traffic kicks off with Alex Williams.
Still watching our lone crash out on the interstate right now, Veronica in Woodstock, but the good news is Hero Unit is picking up the last few cones, 575 northbound, Highway 92, exit 7. So those delays back to Bells Ferry will improve here in the next 10-15 minutes or so. If you're traveling 75 north on the south side, that ride also getting a little bit better, slowly but surely out of McDonough up to where that earlier crash was north of Hudson Bridge Road, exit 224. How are things looking through downtown Atlanta, Stephanie Stallworth?
Well, looking a lot better for you there headed northbound. If you're trying to travel up from the Langford Parkway, no major problems, a little bit of volume there as you head up towards I-20. And also going to be finding some of that same volume for you as you head through the Grady Curve. It's southbound, been busy off of 85 south from Georgia 475 south coming in from Hollowell. And you're going to be finding that volume through the Midtown area down towards I-20. From the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz.
Clear and chilly this evening, falling through the 50s into the 40s. We'll bottom out at 40 in town and mid to upper 30s in the suburbs for a Saturday morning low. Frost advisory is in effect. Then mostly sunny and a high of 65. On Sunday, partly cloudy early, becoming mostly cloudy with some isolated showers. Low 46, high 63. And on Monday, partly cloudy, low 44, high 64. Now my 5-day forecast for Tuesday and Wednesday. Sunny both days, chilly mornings, low 45. Tuesday, high 70. Wednesday, low 43 with sunshine. We'll top out at 72. Recapping the forecast for this evening, clear and chilly, falling through the 50s. I'm Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz, 95.5 WSB.
We are now looking at 58 degrees in Stonecrest. It's 58 in Smyrna and 61 in East Atlanta at 6:36. More news at 7 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
You're ready for a new deck, but don't know where to start. You can DIY, use an unlicensed chuck in a truck, an overpriced luxury designer, or you can choose us. Hi, I'm Scott Nelson, owner of Nelson Exteriors, and we do decks differently. We build beautiful, high-end decks at a reasonable price with lots of options. We're licensed and insured. We'll work with the materials you choose and stay within your budget. Call Nelson Exteriors for an extraordinary deck renovation. Google Nelson Exteriors.
Whether it's a slip that ends in a slip disc, a trick knee that's holding you back, or shoulder pain hurting your game, you can count on Northside Hospital Orthopedics. With leading care in Georgia at convenient locations all across the state, we're here to get you back on your feet, no matter what comes your way. Because Georgia moves us, and we keep Georgia moving. Find a provider near you at northside.com/ortho. That's northside.com/ORTHO.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 30% upfront bonus? Or are they promising you up to 10% growth per year, all for your retirement income? If not, then you need to come to Trajan Wealth. I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. If you have a plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hardworking folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They're not. That's up to $30,000 upfront or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't keep working when you're supposed to be retired, and don't let any financial advisor tell you it's too good to be true. Call Trajan today. 404-208-3300. That's 404-208-3300.
Annuities, non-advisory products. DBA Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
You made a fool of me.
All right.
Let's just do that the rest of the show.
I'd almost rather than what I just saw that I have to comment on.
You don't have to.
There's something in me that does.
We'll get it out then.
But keep it short.
You may turn the TV off.
Well, it's not. But this is like it just. I don't.
Yes.
This is going to be one of those things where people are so dumb that you get in trouble, right? Because you're trying to speak as somebody who's rather educated. Well, I mean, I educated myself. I dropped out of the 9th grade, but I mean. And that people have been trained to hear things in different ways. But I just can't let this go because this is about reporting. That's my point. It's about reporting. What is a reporter? What is that job? It's not really about the
celebrity.
Issue. Apparently.
Or being a journalist.
What is a journalist, a reporter? So I just looked up, and at the bottom of the screen on CNN, it said, Heritage Foundation backs Tucker after anti-Semitic interview. Now, what they're talking about is that he interviewed Nick Fuentes. I've never been impressed by this guy when I saw him. People are always like, well, as an intellectual, you got to get past the emotional. This guy does not impress me as an intellectual at all. Sometimes you can use an intellectual veneer, to sort of, it's like I hate to use the term dog whistle, but they're in there. And when you look at things and you say, no, that person is criticizing Israel, the country, just like you can criticize any country, and that's not anti-Semitism. Nick Fuentes, if you ask me, I don't know the guy, but hey, Eric, you got to place $1,000 on is he an anti-Semite or isn't he? I'm putting $1,000 on that he is. Maybe I would be proven wrong, but that's where I am on Nick Fuentes. This is not my point. My point is that CNN's thing should be many people or these people. Some people are calling the interview anti-Semitic. It's not for CNN themselves to say there is no other side of this. That's what they're doing. They're saying there is no other side of this. Then they play a clip, because I had to turn it up and see what the hell they're talking. Then they played a clip where Tucker was pushing back on things that Nick Fuentes was saying. So what they're saying is not that Tucker is an anti-Semite, although maybe they think it is. What they're saying is there are certain people that should never be talked to. There are certain people that should never be interviewed. And if you do that, then you are an anti-Semite, not based on your behavior or your writings, but just based on the fact that you would interview this person. That makes you an anti-Semite. Now, a lot of people may agree with that. A lot of people may agree with that point of view. That's fine. But it's not for CNN to say that's the 2 + 2 = 4 here, and now we'll have a discussion. It's for CNN to say, boy, it's pissing off a lot of people that Tucker talked to this guy. That's the news. The news is some people think this was an anti-Semitic interview. But when CNN just throws themselves inside there and says, no, that's a 2 + 2 = 4 fact, that's the platform, now we'll have, it was anti-Semitic. That's not the job of reporters. And it just annoys the hell out of me that every time, and I don't care, and I'm telling you, this Nick Fuentes, I just don't like him. Do I know him? Have I met him? No, I never have. But I have had a lot of people over a couple of years like, he's got a bad reputation, but listen to what he actually says. I've listened a little bit to what he has to say. I'm not impressed. I don't find him impressive. So that has nothing to do with my point of view here. Can news agencies stop telling other news people to stop talking to people? The whole concept is that you protect people by having these conversations in open air, in daylight. These conversations don't go away if you don't have them, even the ones that you're most afraid of. Whether Nick Fuentes falls into that or not, that's up to you to decide. I don't know, because I just don't know enough about him. But if you stop having these conversations in open air, in daylight, history tells us the conversations don't stop. They just go underground. And then when they emerge, you go, whoa, where did that come from? We weren't ready for that. If you don't believe in this country and the precepts of this country, just say it. Just say, I don't agree with the Constitution. I don't agree with this thing where everybody should have a voice and everyone should be, I don't agree with that. Don't walk around like you're proud to be an American and hit me with that nonsense. You're not proud to be an American. Because if you were proud to be an American, you'd be proud to hear voices you can't stand. Because there's nothing more American than that. And then to see like reporters and news forget what their role in this whole thing is. The role for CNN is to give you the news. Tucker interviewed this really, really controversial figure, and there's a lot of people who are upset about it. That's the news story. And why are they losing audience? Reporters have forgotten. Do you know, while you're talking about this, which is a thing, like nobody can do anything, hey, do you hate Tucker for it? Oh, I don't. Hey, let's have a panel where two people hate Tucker for it and somebody nominally says he should be. And meanwhile, the President of the United States, I will say it again, has made $3 billion since Election Day last November. That's what your 24-hour news should be about. Where did it come from? How did it happen? Nothing even remotely close to that has ever happened. And that's what 24-hour news should be on. Corruption. Where is it? Dig it out. Show it to the people. How are their tax dollars being spent? Can we stop with this whole, some people like it and some people don't?
We need engagement on social media.
Exactly. All of that. That is a crime of reportage for CNN to have that at the bottom of the thing. And again, I've heard maybe in my life 12 minutes of this Nick Fuentes. I will tell you, I've never been impressed. But that's not what my point is about. They're saying that certain people shouldn't be allowed to speak. And that seems wonderful as long as it isn't you. But once you decide other people can't speak, don't be surprised when you wake up one day and the regime has changed and it's actually you who's not allowed to speak. Alex Williams is still keeping an eye on 575 in Woodstock.
Yeah, we're going to have some better news up there, Eric. We just found some new trouble in DeKalb County. Crash I-20 westbound just before Flat Shoals Road, Gresham Road, exit 63. Couple of left lanes knocked out there. A few brake lights filling in behind that. And a slow zone up into Norcross, I-85 northbound. I'm scanning the jam cam for some new trouble just before Jimmy Carter Boulevard, exit number 99. And we're going to give you that better news in Woodstock with the help of Stephanie Stallworth.
Yep, so much better for you now. 575 headed northbound. Starting to see those delays loosen up there as you come up from Bell's Ferry. All lanes reopened from that earlier long-standing crash. This report sponsored by the International Hot Rod Association. International Hot Rod Association and Duran Hybrid, where the roar of the engine meets the torque of the wrench, building champions on the track and in the trades. Get your tickets at ihra.com. From the Cool Rate Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Hey, if you and your family lost your SNAP benefits, the Mark Arum Show and WSB Radio want to help you out. Go to WSBRadio.com/SNAP. Tell us a little bit about yourself. And one lucky listener is going to win $1,000 in groceries, courtesy of 95.5 WSB. For many of you, it's happening. Your hair's thinning, your crown's disappearing, and maybe hair loss has you feeling your identity is lost altogether. Well, I got good news. It's Advanced Hair's incredible yet simple one-day treatment that starts regrowing your own natural hair the very next day, and it's guaranteed to grow for life. It's Mark Arum back with you. We've all seen the pills and lotions that come with monthly subscriptions. They help retain what you have, but what about regrowing your hair permanently in specific areas? From Advanced Hair's state-of-the-art facilities to their world-class physicians, it's not maybe your hair will regrow. It's guaranteed that your new hair will grow. You decide how much, how thick, and where. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, and I've seen their results, friends. For your free consultation, $250 off and 250 free hair grafts, call 470-660-HAIR. That's 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
The Lloyd Advisory Group has a question for you. Is your retirement inflation-proof? Here's what we mean. In retirement, chances are you're on a fixed income with unpredictable expenses. So how do you not run out of money when the cost of just about everything continues to go up? You inflation-proof it. Financial advisor Mark Lloyd and the team at Lloyd Advisory Group can show you ways to help fight inflation so it doesn't outpace your income. Call us today at 770-766-5611. Inflation can take a huge chunk out of your retirement savings, but it doesn't have to. With some simple planning, inflation can go from being a major disruption to a minor annoyance. Call Mark Lloyd and the team at Lloyd Advisory Group now to start inflation-proofing your retirement today. 770-766-5611. That's 770-766-5611. Insurance products and services are offered through the Lloyd Advisory Group. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal.
Two houses, same neighborhood, nearly identical on paper, but one had an orchard sign and it sold for a lot more. So what gives? Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler. The first seller went the trad route. Agent, open houses, price drops, long size, and eventually they gave in and settled for less. The second seller, they went with Orchard. Orchard didn't just list the home, they launched it. Their local agent knew which upgrades would get attention, brought in the right team, and handled everything like a well-oiled home selling machine. Oh, and they also let the seller move first with Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program. That means no showings while living in a half-packed house, no buyers judging your choice of throw pillows, just peace, quiet, and top dollar. One got stress, the other got smart. Don't settle. Sell the smart way with Orchard. Start with a free home valuation at orchard.com. That's orchard.com.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Ever wonder why Big Wireless wants you on unlimited plan? They probably want you to cover the cost of those 20-somethings using all that data every month. But most people 50 and up like me only use 12 gigs or less. Don't get bamboozled by Big Wireless. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Our plans start at just $20, and we use the same towers as the big guys. Join the millions who choose something better, because if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
On the battlefield, there's a saying America's military men and women live by. Never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Off the battlefield, Wounded Warrior Project operates with the same goal. Wounded Warrior Project was created to help our men and women returning home with the scars of war, whether those scars are physical or mental. Wounded Warrior Project. We never leave a fallen warrior behind. Ever. Learn more about what we do at woundedwarriorproject.org.
You deserve a friendly home services technician that actually knows their stuff. Chris Chandler here. TE Certified Electrical, Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling only sends polite technicians that pass the rigorous TE certification program. They're licensed, insured, friendly, and always fix it right. TE Certified knows great service starts with a job well done and ends with a smile.
TE Certified, we love your home.
All right, Greg, I'm sorry I filibustered that last segment, but what is the plan? What is the plan for Day of the Dead after you leave these airwaves?
There's a big parade tonight, so I'll go watch the parade and watch people run around in their costumes.
For those just tuning in, he's not doing this in New York City. He's doing it in Oaxaca, right? Did I get it right?
Oaxaca.
Oaxaca. I'm getting there.
Close enough.
Mexico.
You were thinking taco there.
I was not thinking taco.
Jared.
This guy's, I'm going to get canceled
Shock
because
jock
of the
right
millennial
here. Yeah.
over here. It's like, I was not thinking of that at all. No, I was not thinking of that at all. No, it's not a common
sensitive
mistake.
generation making the worst
I
comment.
know. It's just always Jared or Autumn saying the worst things. And I'm supposed to be the shock jock.
Hey, Greg brought it up earlier.
Yeah,
Shock jock.
I don't go there anymore either.
Shock jock is coming back. It's coming back around. Greg brought it up earlier.
That's a BDSM shock.
Yes. So that's it. I mean, you traveled all the way down there. You really seem kind of lackluster about the whole. You traveled all the way there, and you're like, yeah, we'll see some things and some stuff.
Look,
and
the fact that I can't speak Spanish, I become very embarrassed by it.
Yeah.
So if I were working in a restaurant, let's say, and somebody came in and they couldn't speak English, but they tried, I wouldn't care. I'd be like, oh, I appreciate you trying. Same probably applies here, but in my mind, it's like, they just think you stupid idiot.
Yeah.
You come here and you can't speak the language. Why are you even here? Get the hell out of here.
I
So I have to get through that.
It's when your neuroses becomes international. It
does stink
you
to not be able to
you can't fly out of your own neuroses.
Nope.
No, you gotta travel with my wife because I went to Spain and she speaks fluent Spanish. So yeah, I had a good time, but I don't think I would have because one time I was in a bar without her and I was trying to order a beer and it took like 15 minutes.
Cerveza?
I just ended up like pointing at the thing and then I knocked over a glass and became like the dumb
Yeah,
American.
because it starts to spiral.
Yeah.
And then if you do get a few words out, then the person thinks maybe you can understand. And then when they speak Spanish, you have no idea what's being said. And then that's when you shut down and knock over the glass. And because this is a very personal thing to the city, like it's
you want to show
celebrated
respect.
across
Yeah.
Yeah, but it also would be interesting to talk to people about it. But instead, you feel more like an observer. So I'm trying to figure out how I fit in. And part of it is being an observer, but I can't hold conversations with the people who live here, most of them. So
you ever
it's just
try
this-
the Translate app thing?
Yeah, it's still kind of weird. It's holding it up, and then you
Takes a second too. You know what I mean, Greg? It takes like while you're asking the question, it needs to be a little faster, in my opinion.
Yeah, because pretty soon, like aren't the next AirPods or something, you're gonna be able to just talk to each other in different languages. But I'll bet the lag on that's gonna be pretty bad at
That's
first.
what Tim Cook says, at least.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic.
New for Sprang?
New for Sprang.
All right.
Just say permiso a lot. And if you have to go to the bathroom, go, donde es la baña?
I hope you didn't just get me thrown off the air.
I didn't.
He didn't. He said, "Where's the bathroom?"
Say porque no usa la idioma de inglés.
Is that what you always say?
That's right. Why aren't you using the language of English?
Why?
Again. This guy, he has no ability not to offend people.
Wait a minute. He is, what is that? What was your non-Japanese
Bolivian.
part? Okay, there you go.
Listen,
good. I'm
He's
clean.
Bolivian, ladies and gentlemen.
And I speak Spanish. I'm good.
Listen, we got to go, but I just want you to know Eric Von Hessler loves everybody. Greg, have fun tonight and have a good trip back. That music's telling us to get the hell out of here. That's what we're going to do. Shelley Winters up next with a great radio show. We'll be back tomorrow, 3 p.m. You're all invited to join us. Happy Halloween. While you're out there trick-or-treating or whatever, continue on your journey. Don't piss off the genie.
656 in the traffic center. We are still watching this crash into DeKalb County. I-20 westbound at Flat Shoals, Gresham Road, exit 63. A couple of left lanes blocked. You're slow back toward Candler Road. Found the trouble in Norcross, 85 northbound at Jimmy Carter Boulevard, but it cleared itself out of the roadway, so that should help improve the delays from 285. Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
Money Update. From WSB consumer expert Clark Howard. Sponsored by Reliable Heating and Air.